get this live. It is live. I'm not sure who that is. Right, let me get onto this thing for the Facebook people out there. I click on the link and post it in the comments. I have done a little bit of a test. Wait till social media catches up and then I'll explain what I've already done. Oh, can see a few people already on there. How's it going? Evening all, Lee Ashby here, Motocross and Speedo Memories. Hope you're all good. I have done a little bit of a test with Mr. Cribb. He was in the pub apparently, and luckily the one of the bar girls, I think her name was Sam, she was sorting him out, let's say. So then he said he's got to go home as well. So hopefully at 10 past he's going to click on after I've sorted you guys out with this link to go in the comments, which I think I've already done. So I've already posted that now in there. Yo, Captain Mr. Hobbs, how's it going? How is Lucky Ash? Hope you're driving out smoothly, buddy. Do you need a driver? You need a driver, I'm your man. Right, so everyone on Facebook, look, I can see quite a few coming on saying hi Lee, hi Lee. I can't see who it is, so hopefully you guys. Hi Peter, so that must be one of you. On earth, Bruce, mate. So there, look, I've posted one link on my motocross one, so I'm going to post a couple of the links, because basically, before you come into the live on Facebook, you're basically it's a privacy thing, so you're supposed to go on the post and click on the blue link if you're using Facebook, and then it gives your Facebook permission to use it, basically, so I can see your profile. Otherwise you'll be on there going hi Lee, and I can't. All it says is Facebook user, so it's a nightmare. So I've now posted in all three things. So there it is, look. You can see the one I've done there. Just done another one on my page. Done another one on my own Facebook, and the one here in the group as well. So hopefully all you guys on Facebook, because whoever that is, that's another one. Has he figured it out yet to get it working yet? Well, he did in the pub, so hopefully he said that Sam was going to tell him how to go on it. So that when he gets home, because I said to him he'll need the phone charger in his phone. And so I said, because it'll run your battery quickly on your phone. So hopefully we're all going to be all right. One of the only riders to do ice speedway as well, could ask him why. Yeah, I will be asking him that. Not sure who that is as well, but hopefully you're going to get on the link. John's all good on YouTube. There's my man. Hope you're good, Barney. Much love to you, my friend. Missed you the other week. Hope you had a good time with the family, Barney. That was a sad time for the family and all the friends and everything. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gordon. What a legend he is. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I literally only met him in April, so that was sad. I did speak to him about an interview as well, and he said he would do, so super sad. I'm coming down the Horn Tavern, Cribby. So he was down the pub earlier when I was testing it with him, and luckily the bar girl helped him hook it up. So hopefully he'll be able to click on it again when he's at home. I did say to him he'll probably need his phone charger on. Like I said, the power will go down. So hopefully all you guys and girls that are on now on Facebook. There you go, Rudy. He's probably there. Would that have been the pub that he was at earlier? I did it with him about 6:15 to 6:30, something like that. He managed to get on eventually. Got helped out by thank God for the bar girl there. Big shout out to her. See my, no, it was just the opposite, don't you, when you're looking at the screen? Look, my Lee Adams' last front cover. Got it off a friend that wanted some motocross shirts for his boy to hang up. And then, don't know if you can see there, he gave me Todd Kurtz. Never had a saddle before. That's pretty cool. Put that in the right way. That may one of the pictures moved as well, but something's moved. And but Lee Adams signed his Daytona boot, took it off at his testimonial, his last meeting at Swindon, and then signed it and gave it to this lad. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can just see that. Maybe I should move over that way a little bit. You can see it there. You can see all the great pictures by Mr. Irvin. I don't know if he pronounces it Irvin or Irvine. But you can see the Michael Lee one, Gary Havelock one, then my dad's one. Behind that's Eric Gunderson. You can see Bruce Pennell's here as well. Very cool. You can check him out for that. Not too sure what that is, but hello. Hopefully you can click on this link. I've posted it in the comments. There's one, or you can just basically come out of here. I'll show you now what it looks like. So basically every time you come onto the interviews on Facebook, it's a pain in the ass, I know, but it's just all to do with privacy thing, so that we can see you. So there you go, look. So there's the video that we're on right now, live, look. And then do you see there, it just says, look, I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name. Then there's a blue link at streamyard.com. So basically you can come out of here, go onto the post before you go straight into the video, because obviously people just click obviously straight onto the video, which I get. But that's why you've got to click on that blue link, and then it should give you your privacy thing permission. Then I'll be able to see your account like that, so I can quote you to Cribby if you've got a question for him yourself. Plus I should be putting up pictures of his career and everything. Hopefully he'll be able to see that on his phone. We even sorted it. I think he had his phone screen that you couldn't turn it sideways because it makes it full screen when you're on an iPhone doing it, if you're not on a PC or a laptop like me. So we'll be getting up the pictures, look. Got loads of pictures to show you as well. Eventually, nice words about Gordon Lee. I was only watching the 1975 World Final at Wembley where he finished third on the YouTube the other day. What was that the year? What was the year he came second? So I know he's second as well, wasn't he? Not sure what that is, but hopefully you can register. You're all sorted now, James. Hey, hey, hey. Can see who you are now. Ask Cribby about Cradley in the 70s. Dave Perks, Arthur Price, Sandor Levi. How do you pronounce that? Sandor Levi. Bike thrown in the back of cars. Yep, I've got pictures of all his ice racing. I've got just quickly looking, so I had to organise it all. I think his first team was Paul. It was the early days, and then I've got pictures of him at Wolverhampton, pictures riding for Cradley Heath or Cradley United. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it was called Cradley United before it was Cradley Heathens. So I've got pictures of him at Cradley United and Cradley Heathens. Then a few pictures of him at Bristol. I've got a picture of him at Oxford. Some pictures of him at Berwick, some pictures of him at Exeter, some pictures of him doing the grass and long track, and then the ice speedway pictures. And I got all the pictures of him with the New Zealand team and stuff like that, and internationals. And then I got some different ones about his book. Looks like a car there, bike broken in half, some funny things, some potential ones where he's having run-ins with people, a couple of crash ones to look through. There's another one. Beauty. Wasn't that the race jackets they had for was it the British final? Might be wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong there. I remember my Uncle Martin having a couple of them. So let's see how Bruce is getting on. Just been speaking to the Speedway star man, Mr. Brian Burford, as well. He said he's watching the rugby. That was Cardiff you show. We loved it. I think I've seen you, James. Is this the? I don't want to get this wrong. Is this the Sheffield crew? I think I heard you all before I see you all, because I was getting passed from pillar to post around everywhere because I was obviously trying to find this pass thing that Mr. Castagna had sorted us out. And literally, they said, I was like, where the welcome centre? I went into the things, rugby place, in about 5 or 6 different places. So we were flapping. Couldn't get hold of Armando because he was in a FIM meeting as well for the pre-meeting. And I was like having a howler. I was thinking, oh my God, we're not even going to be able to get in. And eventually we found the welcome centre. There was absolutely nowhere where the 4 or 5 places that people sent us. So eventually found it. And I swear I see a group of exuberant people. And I swear you was in it. But we were literally just going in. So I couldn't even shout out to come over. And we were late. Can you ask him where was the best track he rode in England? He was great. Yeah, I've got that question down. Just to look at my questions quickly. Look, what year did you retire from racing? What was the season? What was the reason at the season? What was the reason at the time? What was your first bike you ever had? And your age you were? How did you get into Speedway? What was your first memory? What's your favourite all-time 1 to 7? What age when you thought I could make a career for myself? You did the grass track and long track. What was his thoughts on that? What riders did you look up to and idolise when you were young, and why? Did you get to race any of your heroes? Who was the toughest riders to compete against in the British League? Was there certain engines you had? Did you learn interest in the technical side? What's your thoughts on the GPs? Any of the riders excite you now when you're watching the GPs? What was your favourite tracks in the British League and the favourite in the world? Did you used to enjoy the test matches, and what did it mean to you to represent New Zealand? What tracks did you not like in the UK? What's been your favourite levers you wore? How did it come about for you to come to the UK? Was it a culture shock for you? How old were you? All started for you in the British League with the Pool Pirates in 1965. Your memories of that. What club in the UK were your favourite memories from racing? Any superstitions? What riders over the year have been your favourite ride to team ride with and club mates and for your country? Who was the biggest influence in your career? Did you ever try any other motorsports at all? Did you always prefer to be part of a team, or did you like racing as an individual? What has been some of your most memorable races or meetings, or why is it still sticking on me today? You won the World Cup with New Zealand in 1979. That must have been special in memories. You were New Zealand champion in 1972. Memories of that. Who were your closest friends in Speedway, and how easy was it to block at the French League when the tapes go up? Were there any other British teams that we really signed for? So as you can see, I do have quite a lot of questions. That's not even half of them. But obviously, I normally quote yourself. If I can see that that you've asked something that I've already got down, I just obviously quote yourselves. Were there any other British teams you really signed for? Did the Swindon Robins ever offer you a deal? Do you have any? What do you think of the Speedway Swindon track? Do you have any regrets from your Speedway career? What was your favourite team manager you rode under? Can you tell us a funny story from your racing days? One-off World Finals or the GP Series? You had spells at Exeter. What's your thoughts on the track there? And not many riders like to visit in there. Was that a big advantage for the home guys? You were with Reading. You did some racing with Reading, Wolves, Oxford, Cradley, United, Stroke Heathens, Berwick, Bristol Bulldogs, Birmingham and Wolves. Your memories of all that. Any injuries you had over the years that stopped you from achieving even more? I see that you did the indoor stuff, like at Wembley. What was that like? I've got a picture of that, I think. Which riders would you say that you disliked, didn't enjoy racing against most, and why, or you always seem to come together on track with? We've got a couple of squaring up pictures, let's say. If you could give any advice to any youngster out there who wants to become a pro speedway rider, what would it be? What other sports do you enjoy watching? Was it always a nice team atmosphere with all the New Zealand guys in the 60s, 70s and 80s? as it must have been very competitive between you all two. Did you have some mechanics over the years you had relationships with? Do you watch much Speedway live on TV now? League racing or GPs? What's your thought on the ideas of the electric bikes? Yeah, there's loads of questions there. Hi, Peter. Hopefully the man is going to come on in a minute. I'm going to chase him up in a second. Yes, 100% Les. Not sure who that is, but hopefully you can get clicked onto this link. I've put a couple of them in there. So if you go through the comments, anyone on Facebook, you click on that and it gives your permission so that it doesn't say Facebook user. I think Peter Prinslow's on tonight, so that's cool. He did message earlier. All sorted now. Has James come on? Yes, mate, that was us. We're known as that's it, Sheffield supporters, yeah. Great party with Ty Wuffenden afterwards. Oh dear. But that was a bit crazy then. Let's go for the original. Hi Lee, it's Emma. I want a sticker, please. Yes. Damn, we just sorted you out then, shouldn't we? Check out Andy Graham as well on the boat and had a stealth little stash, didn't he, in the back of his phone, didn't he, in his wallet? And then this was classic, right? So Jill Graham messaged me the other day and she goes, "Can I have another sticker? Because I've had a new phone cover since." And she said, "Andy won't give me any of his." Oh, brilliant. So yes, I have got more stickers. And that would be super cool if you want to put one on yours, Emma. Spreading the love with the Motocross and Spear memory stickers on phones. Evening, Andy. Hope you're good, buddy. Should see you at the British Grand Prix this weekend at Matley Basin, the MXGP, which is the British World Motocross Championship round, which is sure it's Winchester. It's not too bad for me. It's only just over an hour or something like that. So I'll be traveling down there early Saturday morning, and then it's qualifying and stuff like that on Saturday, and then the race day on Sunday, and then back again for Sunday. Hi, Paul. How's it going? Just waiting for the man to come in. Cribby, did you lend BP or Westlake when he convinced you he was able to ride it? Okay, we'll ask him that. Not sure who that is, but hopefully you can click on the links that you'll see in this here somewhere. I have posted a few of them in there. You can either come out of this video, click on the blue link on the post, and then come back in the video. Then I should be able to see your name. Cool. Right, let's chase up Cribby. What's he doing? He's already got excluded from the 2-minute time allowance. It's gone 10 minutes past the 2 minutes time allowance. Dare I message him saying you've been excluded? I've messaged him saying you've been excluded from the 2-minute time allowance. Hopefully it goes well. Hi Stephen, how's it going? Some nice old nice trucks there. He's probably nodded off after a couple of beers. Let's hope not. He said he had to go back to his house. This was when he was at the pub at about 6:30ish maybe. And he said that he had curry that he's supposed to be heating up. Oh, they're upsettingly, I know. I got big hands as well, but I'm not sure if they're as big as his. And I read about the handshake as well, so I've got a meeting before he skips off back to New Zealand. I see the T-shirt with with Calvin shaking his hand. You've survived the the Caribbean handshake. Hi Jim, how's it going? Quite a lot of you on tonight. That's cool. Hope you're good, Steve. Hi Bob. Don't know what I'm saying. Hopefully he's going to come on. I've just messaged him. Watch. We're ringing. I'll make out he's won a competition. G'day, mate. Got a mint Australian accent, but New Zealand's close-ish, isn't it? Okay.
Hello?
Mr. Cribb. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You okay to click on that link now?
Oh, fuck knows. Am I on it now or not?
No, not yet.
Oh, shit, here we go. I've left the pub. I'm at home now. Should I be dangerous? I'm trying to do it now. There we go.
Oh, I'm on the live. I'm on the live video now. Oh, hello, Mr. Sean Connell. He's just come in as well.
Sean's coming. Okay, now let me just see. I go into Safari.
Yeah, into Safari, and I think
into Studio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, enter Studio, and then we should be good. Oh, I can see you coming in. Could be good to go. Right, I can see you in there. So basically, we won't hear you, Bruce, until I bring you into the screen.
No problem. I'll be there live waiting for you.
Yeah. I'll bring you in as soon as I've played the little intro video. Right, here we go then. We're going to play the video, then we'll be all go. Cheers, mate. Love it. So you can hear me probably, Bruce, down there. I'll bring you in a second. Hello, Mr. Shales. Right, let's get this show on the road. Mr. Cribb is here. Let's get the video going. If I can find it. Right, here we go. Beautiful. Right. Let's try it. I can see the man. He's in the dark somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm laying on my bloody bed. This is the best reception for Wi-Fi, so that's why I'm in there.
Right. Have you got a light nearby or anything, Cribby?
Oh, yeah. Wait on. See, I don't normally put that on. But when I speak on Messenger and all that, all I do is just use a bloody speak. No pictures, nothing. Because I'm always scared about getting the reception all buggered up, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, let's just see what I can do. See if I can put a light on.
Someone just said, can you put the 50 pence in the meter? Hey, there we go. So hopefully we'll be able to see you now. There he is.
There we go. Righto. For all you lip readers out there.
Right, we can see you now. If you can, so it's all right to flick your phone round to the sideways.
Yeah.
Then it'll go full screen for us. There you watch. There you watch this. Look. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, shit. That's
beautiful. Now we got you in full. We got you in full HD now. How are you, my friend?
No, I'm good. I'm good as gold. I thought this was going to be a little bit rough, you know, because I got to do this technology, and I haven't got a computer or an iPad. No, I got an iPad, but I haven't got a bloody laptop.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we're up and running.
We're up and running.
Yeah. No, that's just good.
Barney Kennett's just come on and said, "Come on, Brucey."
Good old Barney.
Right, we'll get straight into this then, because I can see lots of the fans have come in already asking lots of questions. Quite a lot of people online already as well.
Okay.
Right, so I've got Jimmy here on YouTube. He's just put evening Lee and Bruce. I'm not sure if my memory is right, but I think Bruce attempted to break the track record at Cradley on his ice bike. I think it was 88 or 89. Not sure if he broke it though.
Yeah, he did break it, and that was that was I think that was Eric Gunnarson's testimonial. Oh no, I did do it for a speedway meeting as well. Yeah, I broke it twice.
Ah, beautiful. Because I remember you come into Swindon and I saw you do it at Swindon as well.
Oh yeah. I had a few problems. The clutch was slipping, and I did a job to get some good times out of it. But we got there.
Yeah, you got there. Still broke the track record. I was just going to put up a couple of pictures because I've got some of them. I've got one as well, like a looks potentially like commentary, maybe. Not sure.
It's Coventry, and
Oh, right.
Alfred is on the inside.
Oh yeah, I can
You
see
can
him there.
see
Yeah.
Alfred.
Is that another track? So you literally did pretty all the track records. I suppose you went to all the tracks.
Yeah. Every track that I did, I broke the track record.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The only one I did was at Newcastle. The bike dropped the valve on the last lap, but the guy that was doing the timing and that says I was way inside the track record. But there we go. That was the only one that didn't work anyhow.
So, well, I was going to go into this in a bit, but now someone's brought it up. We'll get into it anyway now. How did you get into the ice speedway side of things? Was that before Speedway? That was pretty much after Speedway or during Speedway?
No, it was way after Speedway. It's like in the 70s. The Speedway Control Board put an advert in the Motorcycle News asking anybody that wants to do ice racing. So I applied for it and I got it.
Yeah.
So then I had to go and find an ice bike then.
Was that easier said than done?
It was actually, because I just moved into the Midlands and Bob Joyner, he had one of Andy Ross's bikes that I could use. And he said, here you go, just put your Speedway engine in there. So I did. And no, it was good. The first meeting was a little bit hairy. It was a bit rough for most people because, well, it wasn't for me, but because I didn't know what the hell I was going up against. But I went out my first race and I got excluded from being in lane 4 to lane 1 before I got to the 30-yard line, you know.
Right, yeah, you cut straight across.
I cleared that by that much. I could swing across to the inside lane before I got to the 30-yard bloody mark, you know. But anyhow, I did that, got excluded. The lights all come on. I stopped. Everyone went past me. So the referee let the race go on with me last. So I just poodled around and came in. And then the next race, I went out and I finished 3rd. Then the following race after that, I finished 2nd. And then in my 4th ride, I won it. And in my last ride, I had all the top scorers in my last race. And I thought, Jesus, I can beat all these guys as well, you know. So and I went for it. We're down the back straight and we were all close together. I shot up the inside, but missed the corner. I went straight in the straw bales and everyone missed me, fortunately. But so that was the end of that. But that was my first meeting. I had everything.
Wow.
You know?
So you were literally in the deep end, like straight away, and you obviously took to it quite quickly, getting a race win. And
yeah, well, the thing was, all the people in the van that was going to the ice racing, they were all telling me, you won't be able to get the bike down low enough. You won't be able to get it down low enough. And I wish they hadn't told me that, because I did. I went out and practiced and flew off the bloody inside of the track. So I shot off the inside of the track, went up, I came out on the back straight. This is in practice. And all these bloody lights are flashing again. I'm going, oh, for Christ's sake. Anyhow, I realised after a couple of laps, it's not speedway. You don't drift into a corner. You ride in like a road race and you go past the corner, then you flop the bike over to turn, and away you go. So that was just like the stages of learning, all in one meeting.
Unbelievable. So it was a crash course, literally.
Yes.
But you did well, and like you said, you're a motorcycle man, so you soon picked it up, and you was away.
Yeah.
I just got a picture on screen now of a runoff. It says the runoff crunch between Bruce Cribb and Sweden's Lars Dahlin, is it? Dahlin?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, cool one. Look at the crowds as well.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, unreal, isn't it?
Proper as well, isn't it?
Yeah. He beat me at the start.
How did that go?
Oh, should I beat him? But he beat me at the start, and I thought, oh, he's going to start worrying now. And after 3 laps, I went past him. He only had 1 lap to catch me in the last corner. He did a kamikaze job and went straight in the straw bales.
Oh, did he?
And I went and picked him up. I said, what the hell were you doing? He said, well, you were going that fast. I said, I must have to go faster.
Did they have... Was obviously everyone's just got that thing in their head, and they're doing that like the spikes on the bikes and all that. Did you see any was there any sketchy accidents with the old
Well,
bikes? And
in that first meeting that I rode
yeah,
in,
yeah,
Rudolph Tice, it was his first meeting also, and he
yeah,
became very good at it,
yeah.
the Dutchman, and he got striped. Somebody got him the back of his left leg and
Yep.
did it straight down, and there was like 3 stripes, and there was 2 stripes of bloody meat hanging out the back of his boot.
Oh my god!
And he came in, he said to me, he said, look at that. I said, what the hell am I looking at that for?
It wasn't good then.
No.
There's you on the rostrum there. Look, with a couple of Russians.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, love it.
That's cool, isn't it? So that was some cool days there. So what's everyone asking me? Loads of people are asking me stuff. Jim Bristow just said I saw him at Boston one time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually I can remember that one. I had some help. Some different people were helping me there do it. But it was good. And I'll tell you, another time I rode it at Boston, and I'd blown my full valve Jawa up on the Saturday night, and I had to ride at Boston on the Sunday, and I said to Diesel Dave, my mechanic, I said, "Oh shit! Only thing I've got left is the bloody engine out the ice pipe, the 2-valve." He said, "That'll do. I said, I don't think it's up to it. I said, but we'll tweak it a bit. And he goes, yeah, right. So I was up in the middle of the night doing it, done that. He came in the morning, whipped it out the ice pipe, whipped the other one out the speedway pipe, and swapped that engine straight in.
Wow.
And we got the Boston, and as we wheeled it in the pits, everyone started giggling and laughing. I thought, what's these monkeys on about? They hadn't even seen it go, but they were all writing me off straight away. I went out and got 14 bloody points on it.
Beautiful. Love 14 points.
And what was his name that ran the place? Crane, Cyril Crane. He said to me and Diesel Dave, he said, go in the bar, tell them you can have any drink you want in there. He said, it's on me. And I went, gee, whiskers, surely. He goes, yeah, he says, bloody hell, he said, anyone come here on a 2-valve and kick their ass. He says, you're out there, boy.
Brilliant. I got Colin Richardson as well. He's just put, good evening from Dubai, Cribby, you bloody legend. Regards, Colin.
Yeah, good lad he is. Good lad.
Yeah. I've got to get him on here as well. I've got to get him on here, Bruce. Got to get him on here.
Well, there you go.
Right.
You got a good start now. He's on.
Yeah, he's on. So we got Simon Corbett here. I know he's a Cradley fan, I believe he was. I'm sure he's a Cradley fan. I might have got that wrong. He just put, ask Cribby about the incident at the Old Perry bar with an exclusion lamp.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, brilliant. I tell you what, I'll talk you through this. This is bloody ace. I was in Russia. I was in Ufa, and I was in the reception. And I got a bit pissed, and I had a few drinks. I'd had a few drinks. I was a bit pissed. And this bloke came up to me, this Finn came up to me, and he says, the electrician from Birmingham. And I went, shit, was he there when I did that? He went, yeah. He says, so good. He said, the light came on and they exclude you, and you got up on the side and you unscrewed the light and threw it over the fence. and then when I walked back to the pits, John Bolger's going, calm down, Cribby, calm down. I've turned your light out. I said, don't be bloody stupid. I took it out and threw it over the fence.
That's classic. Oh, that's brilliant. Also got Les Bayliss here. He's just put, Cribby, did you lend BP, presumably that's Bruce Pennell, your Westlake when he convinced you he was able to ride it?
Yeah, he asked me once. I said, you're not capable of riding this thing yet. And then he waited a few weeks later, and he said, go on, let's have a go on that bike. So he had a go, and believe me, he said, that's it. I've got to get one. And he went off and got one, and there was no looking back from then on. Then he became a champion. Absolutely brilliant. He was riding Jawa conversions and all that the Americans had given him, and twin cam Jawas, he was riding them. None of them were any good, but when he had to go on my Westlake, he went, this is the deal. I've got to get one of these.
So I've got, I don't know how he pronounces this. It's on YouTube, but I know people make the names up on YouTube. So it says Ruddy, or it could be Rudy Mutz.
Oh no, it is Rudy Mutz.
Oh, it is Rudy Mutz.
Yeah,
He's
he's
put,
from Wimbledon.
he's from Wimbledon. So he's shared a story. Look, he's put, old Cribby had a long and lustrous career. I used to be terrified the way he warmed up his bike opposite mine in the Wimbledon pits. Never thought a full valve Jawa could rev that hard on the stand. That's brilliant.
Oh, Rudy, yeah. I remember going to see him in hospital at Wimbledon because he'd broken his thigh, and I'd had a broken thigh, and I thought, oh, I better go in and see him. Then Larry Ross said, oh, I'm going in as well. So we shot in and saw him. It was really good. Really good.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And what was this? Simon also said, ask Cribby about Cradley in the 70s with Dave Perks, Arthur Price. Is it Sandor, the Russian, or your bike, all the bikes thrown in the back of cars?
Sandor was Hungarian.
Oh, it's Hungarian. Sorry.
Sandor Levi. Yeah, good mate. Very good mate of mine.
Didn't know.
Lovely bloke. Absolutely. He was one of the freedom fighters, during the war. Bloody brilliant.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, shit, yeah. Yeah.
He said you've thrown all your bikes in the back of the cars.
Yeah, well, we did. Some smart asses used to have a bloody rack on the back and they could bolt their bike on the back. I just lift the boot up and just throw it in on my own. Just pick it up, throw it in, and then close the boot down and then have tyres on it so it wouldn't hurt the boot. Had a tyre under the bike and then on the boot lid, as it came down. But then later on, we moved on to a bike rack. By that time, everyone was in Citroen Safaris.
I've just lost you on screen. I don't know why.
Oh, all right.
I can hear you clearly, but I just can't see.
Well,
I've got Paul Everts as well. He's just said, ask Bruce about breakfast in Holland.
Oh yeah, this is ace. Me and Paul got up for breakfast, and it was like the ice racing weekend, and so. Well, and I said to Paul, and I told him and his brother, everyone that started at training camps, I said, look, when you're ice racing, eat as much food as you can when you get the chance. Then that's it. Just forget about it the whole day. Do your racing, and that's it, over and done. Afterwards, drink, eat, whatever you want to do. So anyhow, I get up and I got Paul with me, and we go down for breakfast. And there's this they come out with this basket full of bloody eggs, boiled eggs, and they're heaped right up, And I reckon there's probably 15, 20 eggs in there. We ate a lot. Me and Paul ate the whole lot.
Did you?
But we ate the whole lot. And then the lady came out and says, are the others coming down for breakfast? We said, oh, yeah. There's only
Jesus. That's brilliant. Not sure who that is, but someone said one of the great characters of Speedway. Ride on, Bruce. Catch up with you soon. So I've got no name on that one, so can't.
Okay.
Got someone else on YouTube. Nervo63 said, "Remember Cribby winning a World Championship qualifying round at the Boulevard Hull in 1975?"
Oh yeah, bloody hell, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, love that. I bloody love that. I didn't think, actually. I won all the World Championship rounds on dodgy tracks. Like that track at Hull was bloody dodgy. It was a narrow thing, and the cut up rough as well. But
Did it?
I won a World Championship round there. I won a World Championship round at Exeter. But the other one was Newport. I won a World Championship round at Newport.
That was your thing then.
Oh yeah, yeah. The rough tracks. That was me.
This must be Gary Stead, because thankfully he's left his name at the bottom, because I see it is. He's put nice one, Cribby. Yeah, he's put nice one, Cribby. I love the book you gave me. I need to get to the Curry Night in the winter. Love your stories. Top bloke. Was told lots of stories from Diesel when he worked with me. Fun times. Best regards. Steady as you go.
Yeah. Oh, Diesel Dave. He was bloody brilliant. We went to bloody Workington one time. And on the way back to the motorway from Workington, it's a hell of a way to get over to the M6, from Workington. And we're going along this bloody country road, and a cop pulled us up, and he says, "Hey, you were doing 100 miles an hour." I said, "Bullshit." And I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and Diesel Dave's driving. I said, bullshit, it's a ladder. So he walked around the front of the car. He come back and goes, you're right, it's a ladder. And then carry on writing the ticket out.
That's brilliant. Oh, classic. I've got a Katie Young on YouTube just said, "Hey Bruce," with love hearts.
Lovely.
And she's just wrote as well, "Bruce, sort your camera out."
Oh yeah, I can't. I don't know how to do that. What have I got to do that?
I don't know. It's just for some reason it's just a black screen. Don't know why.
Well, you can hear me anyhow.
Yeah, we can hear you, so we're all good.
Probably scary anyhow, just seeing the photo on me.
Colin Richardson just said as well, Cribby was the only guy I have ridden against around Eastbourne. Passed each other lap after lap. He's solid, but you could trust him. Fair but hard.
Yeah, you got that right. Spot on. He was the same as well. Yeah. Absolutely the same. Yeah, good racing that, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, that's it. That's how you want it, isn't it? Barney's put your camera on.
Oh, Barney.
Barney wants to see you, look. Barney piss off. Oh.
I don't know how to put the camera on.
I don't know what happened with that. We might try and redo it again in a minute, but we're all right for a minute. We can hear. So we can hear.
Boy, you got me hearing. Yeah, just carry on, and then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't want to ruin it.
No, we're worried about Barney's bloody films afterwards.
He goes, someone else has put, I remember Bruce scoring 17 for Crawley.
Crawley,
you must mean Cradley, surely.
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. When I looked at it, I thought Crawley. I thought there's a football team Crawley. I was like, the only reason I know that was because they play in Swindon's Football League.
Right.
Yeah. What else have I got here? Right, I'm just having a look at some going through when you first come over to the UK. Then, Bruce, was that 65? Was it a Pool?
Yes, it was. Yeah. August 65. I got over here.
I don't know if you can see these, but I'm putting up the pictures.
No, I got nothing.
Right.
I don't know why I got nothing, but anyhow, carry on.
Yeah.
They can hear me.
Yeah. So I'm just putting up the pictures of you at Pool Pirates.
Yep.
So how old would you have been then? So that was what?
19. I was 19 when I got here. Yeah.
So how did it come about then, Bruce, that you got to come over to the UK? What was your contact you had, and how did it come about?
I was writing letters to Bill Andrews. I was in awe about what he was doing and all that. I said, geez, that's brilliant. You got that chance to be riding there at Pool. And then the next thing, I get a telegram from Pool saying, would you come and ride for Pool if we got you a ticket, can you sort out a passport and all that kind of stuff? And Jesus Christ, my feet never touched the floor for ages. And my dad says, Jesus, this is a chance in a million. Go for it, son. And so we went for it.
Yeah.
And then that they were doing the big thing. They were going to get me over to get him out the shit, and I dropped them in it because when I got there, I couldn't even bloody stay in the same straight as them. They were bloody gone. Everyone was gone. And then at the end of the first meeting, I said to Bill Andrews, I said, shit, how come all you guys can cheat at the start and get away that quick? He said, bullshit. He said, we're not cheating. He said, this is the way it is. This is the league. I went, oh, I've got to learn that. He said, yep. He said, when you've learned, he says, you'll really discover how hard it was to get up there. But you once you get there, it's easy. I went, oh, you're right.
Brilliant. So was that massive? That must have been a massive. So you said you were 19. So was that obviously a big culture check for you to come over to the UK?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a bit tough because you're coming in. Everyone's been riding for half a season, and you're coming in cold, and then you've got to try and catch up. And then it was really difficult. Really was. And then I was having a job to stay on the bloody bike because back in them days we were all riding Japs, and there was a bit of meat on the tracks. Not like now. Not bloody bit of dust. There was some real meat on there, and it was bloody, and it dragged you all over the place. Well, it used to throw me everywhere, but I wouldn't give in. I just kept bloody well screwing it on, hanging on. But I got there eventually, then calmed everything down. I thought, geez, what was all the panicking about,
So you soon got into it, and was that the way you won the league at Paul? Was that right? Because it was 69, was it? 69?
69, and we toured Poland. That was bloody funny, you know. When we toured Poland, the Paul management had contacts in Poland, and Charlie Foote, he had some contacts in Poland, and when we'd won the league, and he was in contact, and they said, "Oh, can you organise a tour around Poland?" So they sent the bloody team, you know, our winning team from the British League, to Poland. Oh, it was bloody brilliant. Every day, when we were going from one town to another after riding at one track, because every bloody meeting you had, the mayor and everyone of the bloody town had come to the reception afterwards. Then they made you drink this bloody vodka. Oh, Jesus Christ. and then the first night, next day, after the first night, Jesus, someone was crooked. They stopped the bus. We were going, they stopped the bus. They had to go out and have a yak. Then they got back in again. The next day, after another meeting, stopped the bus again. Someone else was bloody crook. Jeez, it was unreal.
It sounds crazy.
Oh, it was. Oh, but it was good. It was a real eye opener for me.
Yeah,
you know,
I bet.
and the boys as well, because they'd never been there, and it was like the Iron Curtain time, you know, curfew at night. You couldn't go out anywhere. You just stayed in the bloody hotel or wherever you were. But you know, we still coped. And then when we did go shopping, we were a hard case bunch of lads. We would just go, wouldn't go bothering about going buying bloody shirts and jeans and shit like that. We're all in this bloody motorbike shop, and they're making all these spares, and they had all these different floats and different things that we could buy and try. We bought all kinds of shit out, and it cost us nothing. It was only pennies.
Yeah.
But we had heaps of it. And then the boys from different tracks, they knew we were coming, so they'd get the bus to come down to visit them. And they've got where they're living, they've got all the stuff out on the bloody footpath, all on blankets, you know, all these spares. They got Java bloody pistons, valve springs, everything you wanted out of a bloody engine is all there. And we were all looking at it. I said, it's like a bloody Persian market. I can't believe it. And it was so cheap because we were going there, and it was just stuff that they'd got from their own club. You know what I mean? Then they could just turn into a bit of cash for them. That was all.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've got a good evening, Bruce, from the Boyds. See you soon.
Oh, Boydies.
Yeah. Colin Richardson also said, ask Cribby how he got the DOHC Jawa engines to go so quick. He was a genius with them.
I'll tell him. Yeah, well, I can tell you. I'll tell everyone now. I don't care. But what I used to do was I used to advance the exhaust valve. Let me just see, 10 degrees, and retard the inlet valve 10 degrees, the inlet cam 10 degrees, and on a twin cap, because you could split them apart and put them anywhere you wanted. But they rev like an aeroplane. They really rev high, but they didn't have the power. So what it would do for me, it would latch up and start gripping. So it'd be screaming, and then all of a sudden it'd just take off.
There you go.
So there was a method in my madness. It wasn't just to have brute power. It was to get the revs, but then get it to latch up while it was revving.
There you go, Colin. You got the inside info now.
Yeah, sometimes you loaned it to people when they got into a bit of trouble with it when they rode it.
Yeah, I bet. Have you seen them? Have you seen them now, Cribby, when they touch a bit of dirt on them bikes that are revving as high as they do?
Yeah, but that was really what I was after back in those days.
Yeah,
to rev, but get the grip, and that's what they've got now. But when they get the grip, they jump over the fence.
Yeah, they do literally. Yeah, you held on. With them proper manners. I've just got John Westwood said, ask Cribby about Kin Molly. Is it Kin Molly? Driller man asked me to ask.
I'll love to tell you this. It's brilliant. Molly and bloody Nigel Tolley. good mates of mine. You know, they always used to take me over to Kimber, and we'd have a curry one night, and then on a Sunday we'd go to on Saturday we'd go to the Italian, then on Sunday it'd be the Indians. So we go to Bassie's place, you know, in Kimber, you know, the Italian restaurant. That was bloody brilliant. It still is, and the Indians are on a Sunday. But when I was in Aussie, they'd ring me up. They'd ring me up, and I'm going, what the freaking hell time of the day is this out there? You know, and then I'll be talking to them, and I'd finish the conversation, and I say, oh yeah, thanks for the call and all that. Then I switched my phone off, but I hadn't, and I was going, can moly, bloody ringing me at this time of the night. But I was saying, fucking moly. But so to be able to put it so that I could put it onto the street was KIN and a dash moly. But every time we do it, the three of us all know what the hell I'm on about.
Classic. Loads of people that have only just come on, they think that you've turned the lights off. We actually turned the light on, but the phone just seems to have gone off on the screen. So someone else has put pay your bill, Cribby, your electricity's been cut off.
Actually, they owe me 500 quid, the cheeky buggers.
Do they?
I'm in credit.
Overpaid. You're overpaid.
I'm in credit.
Not many people that are in credit right now.
No, I know. And I said, hey, when are you going to send me that credit? I said, we have, haven't we? No.
Oh, Midlow's just come on as well. So Neil Midlow's just come on. He's just put, good on you, Cribby. Best of luck in Oz, mate. Known him for 60 years.
Yeah, bloody good. He was a good lad when he was a kid as well. Bloody brilliant. And now he's just pulled through and through. I reckon you cut that bugger in half, they'd be bloody pulled like a rock. Yeah. He's like a rock.
The crossbones would jump out, eh?
Nah, good lad.
Yeah, he's really nice. I met him properly in person the other week at Oxford. He's just as nice in person as you see him.
Yeah.
Top guy.
Yeah,
we've got David Frampton said, you're a legend, Bruce Cribb, brilliant, so smart and funny. Nice. What's he after?
Don't know.
Simon Corbett just said, how good was Steve Bastable at Cradley?
Very good. Jesus. At one time he was absolutely spot on. Yeah, I have very good. The kid used to go around the outside of people and get the bike running in the dirt and go. It was really good. Jeez, he was good. Oh, and then it was a shame when he broke his leg because that slowed things down a bit. But he was British champion at the time when he had the broken leg.
Yeah. I'm just putting up some pictures of the Cradley days. There's a team photo of Alan Graham, yourself. I think that's Dave Perks. Bastable in the checkers. You can see a young Bruce Pennell.
All those photos that you put up on that thing to advertise this tonight.
Yeah,
I had seen some of them. And that's bloody really good. Well, good selection. Yeah, good stuff. Well done.
No worries. I always dig deep, my friend, to find all the cool pictures. So we got looks like Bruce Pennell's at reserve there. So it must have been he was number 6.
Yeah.
Someone said he went bad at reserve.
Yeah, from reserve to world champion.
Yeah, madness, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you saw how. So once you, like you said, he when he got going and he had to go on your bike, you could see that he had all the ability to go far in the sport, obviously.
Yeah. The first time he said to me, he says, "Can I have a go on your website?" I says, "No." I said, when you learn to ride your fucking bike properly, I said, you can have a go. And he came back to me a few weeks later. He said, can I have a go now? But go on, eh? I said, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I thought he could ride by then, you know, and he had to go. Shit, he was quick.
Yeah.
And he came back and he said, that's it. I'm changing. I've got to have that. I've got to have one of them. Brilliant.
So that started him on the road. Like, he got the Wesley. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, he's a brilliant, skillful rider.
Just putting up some nice pictures of you on the Cradley days. There's one at Reading here as well. What did you think of the Reading track?
I should love it, yeah. Well, I loved all those World Championship qualifiers, they were always at Reading.
Yeah, so you love them ones.
Oh, it was Reading or Ipswich. I love both those tracks, you know, so they were really good for me. I can remember going to Ipswich one night, and Billy Sanders was there, and I turned up when I was guessing for another team, because I guessed for quite a lot of teams at Ipswich.
Yeah.
And Billy goes, "Here he is, the average fucker upper." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You know what you do is come in and you fuck our averages up."
That's brilliant. That's classic. I love that. Ruddy Mutts also said, "What was that? The short stroke or the long stroke, Bruce?"
Which one? What was he on about?
I think that was when we were talking about the bike. When you were telling them what you did.
Both.
Both.
I did the same to both.
Oh,
The
you did
short
the same to
stroke
both.
and the long stroke.
There
they
you
both
go,
work
Ruddy.
the same. They both work exactly the same.
I've also got Steve Day who said, "Ask Cribby when he's coming over to Cyprus."
Oh, Steve, my mate, he's bloody good, mate. And then I'll be trying to get these flights. It's dearer to go to Cyprus than it is to bloody Sydney. That's bloody trick. You can't just go straight there. You got to go here, there, and everywhere. And I was pissing about with my mate, and I said, "Look, can you help me, buddy? Try and sort this out." We had one day we both failed, so we went to the pub.
I love that. Just give up and went to the pub. Love it.
Still haven't thought of it.
Brilliant. Who else has that said there? Ruddy put old Steve Bastable also ended my career. Oh dear.
That sounds good, yeah.
I got Debbie Foxall Evans. She's put so many memories growing up as a kid. Justin and Krista was like a brother and sister to me. Best of luck back home. Love us all.
Yeah, that family used to take my kids if I was going away racing for the weekend. They'd look after them, you know, and they were like brother and sister to her. The pair of them were, you know, they were great. She was great as well. But they were a lovely family, you know, to do that for me.
John Westwood also said, "Do you still get Christmas cards from Ivan Blacker?"
Ivan, good old boy he is. Bloody good old boy. Bloody fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, we had a bit of a dust up at bloody Wolverhampton one day. We had this one race and we were getting locked together, and I was thinking, shit, every time I get going, this bloody clown keeps hooking on the side of my bloody footrest. So we were jammed together, then we split up, and then we got going again, and then we got hooked up again, and I went, Jesus Christ, at the end of the race, I said, "Have you finished fucking about?" And he goes, "You talking to me?" And I hit him with my hand on the top of his fist, closed fist, on the top of his helmet. Just hit him straight down on his helmet, knocked him out cold.
Oh, brilliant. I've got a picture here of something going on. Someone's getting in between you. It looks like you're at Wolverhampton.
Oh, that was Tony Boyle.
Was it?
Yeah, Tony Boyle.
Yeah. Looks like your teammate's trying to hold you back, and then and then I've got another one here. This is another classic. It looks like is it a Kraylene? It looks like there's a track raker guy. It looks like he's got a rake in his hand.
Yeah, that's the boy from Bellevue. He's with Soren's Johnson.
Right.
And Soren had done a dirty on me down the back straight during the race. And I pulled up and I said, "Come over here, you jumped up little bastard." And he didn't come over to me, but this clown comes over with the bloody rake. So I got up and I bite and someone grabbed hold of me and stopped me. I said, "I'll slap that up your ass and break the bastard off."
I think I read somewhere as well. I think I read after this had happened, you said something like he tried to sneak past you in the pits, and then you got hold of him.
And I nailed him. I put him to sleep. Yeah.
Oh, I love it! I love it! I love it! This is what we see these days.
Well, it's a good job you do, because there's so much health and safety shit going about now. Everyone to get locked
Jesus
up.
Christ! I was going to say, yeah, you'd be flipping was going to say you get flipping locked up now, wouldn't you?
You
Bloody
would
boring now. Boring now, Cribby. Oh, people love that though. They love a bit of controversy, don't they? And a bit of, you know, slamming the phone down, chasing the ref up the stairs, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I went home from Rye House. I used to go home from there, and normally crippled. I could hardly walk. I'd always crash. Could never get around the little place, but I always wanted to go there. And every time they give me the chance to go, because they used to have all the reserves from British League, but they'd offer them the chance to ride there. So I used to go every other Sunday and ride there. And it's one time I'm coming home from Rye House along the A10. And every time I went to overtake this bastard, he put his foot down. And I'm in a little A35 van, you know.
Yeah.
I said an A35 van, and I went, bloody clown. So I had another go. And he did it again. He sped up when I got up beside him. So then he gets away from me and he pulls up with some lights. He stopped, the lights are red, and I rammed him straight in the ass and punched him straight across the road. he got out his car and he's running at me in the van, and I'm in the van sitting in the seat that's broken. So I'm really low. And my hands are up, my hands are up by my head, holding the steering wheel, you know, I'm down that low. And he opens the door and said, "Where the fucking hell did you learn to drive?" I said, "In New Zealand." And when I got out the car, I was the same height as him. Oh, shit. Oh, they all drive like that, do they?
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. You thought he was a little short asslet in the car.
Yeah, I was down there. Yeah, when I got out the car and I was the same height, he didn't want to know then.
No, he changed his mind. Talking about cars, I've actually got a picture of you on the screen now. As it looks like a Lada, is it?
Yes,
1500 estate.
Yeah. That was the one that me and Diesel Dave were fined for doing 100 mile an hour in.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It says driven by Bruce Cribb, Wolverhampton and New Zealand international speedway rider. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Was that a sponsor then? Was that a sponsor then, Bruce?
Sponsored by the company in Wolverhampton, the Lada dealers there, and they were upset because I'd fallen out with Iron Blacker during the day, and before they'd given me the car, before they presented me. And when they come down to present the car, I thought, "Oh, I'm in the shit here." They said, "Oh, no, you're okay. We're just worried it's upset you, you know. It's upset you because you're having your car bloody presented and all that." I said, no worries, nothing to it.
That's brilliant.
They were really nice people, though. Really nice.
I've got to get into the what's he say there? Stephen McCracken just said Cribby and Big Arthur Browning deadly combination in a bar. I've heard stories about this guy as well.
Yeah.
That'd be a great tag team, wouldn't it, on the WWF wrestling, I heard.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't need a tag team partner, I've heard. No. John just put, was Bruce at Cradley when the away team kept on getting engine failures and they found out that the fuel, someone had put sugar in it?
There was a time. There was a time someone did piss about and do that. Bugger! All the bikes were all packing up. Jeez, it was terrible.
I was gonna say they were brave, weren't they? I wouldn't have wanted to be the person that was trying to put sugar in flipping Cribby's bike. Imagine.
Yeah.
I said two sugars in me. I said 2 sugars in me tea, not in my bloody tank.
That's right. Yeah. I don't want a sugar rush.
No. I've got someone that said there's no name on it though, but they've put, "Hi Bruce, thanks for all the good times when you were in Bournemouth." So maybe there's some.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
I got Paul Hebditch. Hope that's how it's pronounced. He's put, "I think Bruce had a practice many years ago at my granddad's Jim Edwards track in Verwood. Many years ago." Paul Hebditch.
Yes, I did try that. There was a track there. Originally, it was someone had put a track there, and I went round there. I had a brand new Java from Brigger. I took it down there. I thought, "Oh, should I go and try it round here?" And I told Brigger what I was doing on the Monday, and he goes, "Shit, don't do that." He said, "It's a brand new bike." I said, "Well, I've got to ride it." He says, "Yeah, but not bouncing around in a shitty old field like that." He said, "Put it on the speedway track." Oh, yeah, okay.
I've got a nice picture up on screen now with the old Daily Mirror race jackets on with Malcolm Simmons. Did you get on well with him?
Yes, yeah. He had the first twin Cabras that I made for a Westlake off me, and shit, he was really successful with them. Really
Yeah, he
was.
was
Yeah,
good rider, wasn't
yeah. And then they banned him.
he? Sounds about right. Just get it going, eh?
Yeah.
This is a good question. I've got a couple of pictures of you at Bristol as well. Someone's Nervo63 on YouTube just put Bruce, was the Bristol track as bad as everyone made out?
No, it was. Well, it depends. Like, you know, I won all my World Championship rounds on bloody rough tracks. So, and this was rough, but it was like sand. It was never like firm. It'd cut out. You start off, it'd be firm when you started, but at the end of the first race, Jesus, it was like a ploughed field. But you just got to it. And I used to look forward to it. Tom Ledbetter, he was there when I first went there, and he said, I could lay in it. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I could bloody lay in it like I'm on the beach. He said, love it to bits. You can't beat the sand. But it was all the other riders would come, and they wouldn't ride it. They would never get stuck in, or they stay at home. They wouldn't even turn up.
Yes.
Oh, no,
I've heard a few stories of that.
A lot more did that for Exeter than Bristol.
I was actually going to ask you about that as well, about Exeter, like being the home track. I was going to say, is that a bit of advantage because most people didn't like to go there, did they? And scrape round the white line, and the away riders, the home riders, should I say? Sorry, just went round the fence and just literally go round them.
Yeah. Good
days there. You had some great. You had a couple of good spells at Exeter. I'll show you some pictures.
Yeah. But my first spell there, Jesus, I was way up in the averages. Bloody hell! I think for the first few weeks, I had about 11-point average.
Bloody hell! So you were flying that year as well.
Yeah.
I'll put some pictures of. I was just trying to find. Got some pictures. I don't normally share any stories on here of my dad, but basically when you said about the track at Bristol, so there's basically the story is, I'm just showing a picture as well. It's got a picture of you, Phil Crump, Gresham, and that packed out crowd again.
Yeah,
on parade.
Absolutely brilliant. They used to get 12,000 there for a league meeting.
Bloody hell.
And then when they had a test match with England and Australasia, it was 20-odd thousand there.
Bloody hell. Amazing, isn't it? Bring that back, hey?
Yeah.
What's that?
That was all done when they opened that up without any permission from the council.
Was it?
Yeah. Takes 2 years before the council can kick you out.
Wow. What's the furniture? What's the furniture place that's there now? It's the massive.
I don't know.
What's the Swedish one? Yellow.
IKEA.
IKEA, that's it. They got a massive IKEA there now, and obviously when you were on the bridge, when I went there to have a look, obviously I was too young at the time, but I would have loved to have seen that because I've got pictures of my dad there and all stuff like that. And I can see how sandy, like you said it was. It just looks really good. It would have been. I just wish I would have been old enough to watch it. But the story was, so this was the story, Bruce. I don't normally share any stories, but I've got a picture of my dad here. Riding at Bristol in front here in white helmet colour and swinging robins. But basically what happened was, you were saying about people would between us and everyone that's online, my Uncle Martin Ashby apparently cried off 6 from this night, but I don't think that was the case. let's say because he didn't fancy riding there. Obviously everyone didn't particularly like going there, like Exeter, and they had to put my dad up from number 2, I think, to number 1 in place of mine, because obviously he pulled out late. So all the crowd booed my dad, saying oh, bloody hell, you can't put the second string at number 1 and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. And
then, of course, my dad was fired up and he bloody won the races all night.
Brilliant.
So I got a nice picture of him out in front. And even Gresham said to him once, he went in the pits and he went, bloody hell. He goes, I didn't realise it was Junior Crash. He said, I would have run right over the top of you if I'd have known. He thought it was mine. He thought it was mine. That's brilliant.
He was brilliant.
Yeah, he was nuts, wasn't he? But yeah, I don't normally short stories, but that was a good one.
No, good one.
I've got John said I watched a video a few weeks ago from Newcastle versus Exeter. You got excluded and then you went straight through the tapes. Did you get fined? I did watch that as well.
Someone else watched that last night. I was
Yeah,
in
it's
the pub
recently, wasn't it? I think it's yeah.
Oh, you went straight through the tapes. I said, really? I said, I must have been angry that night.
In actual fact, John, I remember watching it. John Westwood's just asked this. I watched this same video, and you were actually allowed back in the race because apparently he'd already put the red light on when you went through the tapes. So you obviously must have thought you were going to get excluded, so you were pissed off and went through the tapes, and then you were allowed in the rerun, and weren't you excluded? Oh, God.
Happy days.
Oh, brilliant. I've got to speak to this legend as well that's just come online, Mr. Tim Chambers. Good luck at the weekend, Tim. He's racing owns the Chambers race team that'll be at the British Motocross Grand Prix this weekend, so we look forward to that.
Yeah,
yes.
Good on him.
So getting on the questions, what year did you retire, Bruce, and what was the reason at the time?
Oh, I suffered with concussion. I had about 18 months of it. It was really bad.
Did you? Yeah.
And then I just thought I was losing it. I was losing the plot. I'd sit in conversations and it was like I was in the fishbowl and everyone was on the outside, and I was talking and everyone else was just glaring at me and talking to me, and I just thought, shit, there's something wrong here. But it went on and on and on, and then my wife at the time, she sorted me out and got me onto no alcohol lager. So I was drinking that at home, not drinking, didn't go out, just at home, just to keep me calm, because if I had a couple of real beers, shit, I could rip anyone's guts open in seconds, it was really bad.
Was
really
it?
Terrible. It was really bad. But anyhow, we got over that. All done, and then I had memory loss, loads of it, and it was going on and on. I was thinking, geez, I'm going to get dementia. And then my daughter had a cure from Australia.
Yep.
And it was like made from trees in Australia, and they made these tablets and all that. And I tried that, and I know everyone kept taking the piss out of me. They said, "How you going with your memory tablets?" So I was just so I kept forgetting to take them, But I was only joking. But they did work. They did work.
Yeah, did they?
My memory has come back, and it's come back to now. I'm not down to the short-term memory, which most people are at this age anyhow.
Yeah. Fair play.
And that can back up. I can go out the room but the doctors said to me, I told them about it, and they said, "Oh, well, you go out the room and you go there and you forget what you've gone there for." I says, "Yeah." They said, "Oh, that's normal." I said, "Really?" I said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with me then." She said, "I don't know about that." She said,
"Yeah, don't go too far." I'll just put up a picture of you on screen as well of Oxford.
She says, "I do as well." She said, "This doctor says I do as well. I'll go." So, and I forget, and I go, but then I'll go back to where I was standing, and it comes to me. That's exactly what I have to do. I have to go exactly where I was standing when I wanted to go and do it. And then you get there and you forget. So you go back to where you were, and it comes to you straight away. It's bloody unreal.
Oh, that's classic as well. I just got a picture of you up on the screen with the Oxford race jacket on. What was that like when you went to Oxford? Did you enjoy the Oxford track?
Oh, I loved it there. Yeah, I really loved it. Yeah.
Good days.
Yeah, really good days. They were great. Yeah. Yeah, I love it there at Oxford.
I've got a nice picture of you here. It looks like you were riding for Cradley, just behind Ivan Major in his Exeter jacket. That must have been cool. Was he? I was going to ask you who your idol. Did you have any idols or heroes when you were coming into Speedway? Did you know?
Yeah.
The top guys.
Yeah. Barry Briggs. He Barry Briggs and Ronnie Moore, and then Ivan Major came at the same time as when I was here.
Yeah.
And the thing was that when I first came, and the first meeting I ever went to, Ivan came straight up to me, started talking to me like he'd known me all his life. Absolutely brilliant. I just felt so good. I thought, Jesus Christ, absolutely brilliant. Because you're there and you're in. But he said to me, he said, "Cribby, you're at the right stage now." He said, "Nobody knows who you are. You can go and listen to conversations. They don't know who the hell you are, and they'll say everything in front of you.
Yeah.
Just go and learn. Go and learn." I mean,
Yeah. Setups and all that.
Yeah. He said, but the more meetings you go to, the more you'll learn.
Yeah.
So I was always, Brigo, I'd bring him up and say, you coming past me or whatever, going past Mike Erskine, because I used to work for Mike Erskine. And he'd go, yeah, I'll pick you up on the way through. And then I'd go to all different meetings with Barry and Frank Shooter. He was there working for Barry at the same time.
Yeah, no, Frank Shooter,
Yeah.
I've got a nice picture up on screen of you, Ivan and Barry stood with the New Zealand race. You've got a red and yellow leathers on.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know the ones. Yeah.
So they were obviously two big, obviously legends themselves, weren't they? And world champions to look up to. That must have been pretty cool with your own nation guys as well.
It was for me. It was really good. And I can remember saying that the first open meeting I had was at Newport.
Yeah.
And he said, "How did you go?" I said, "I got 5 points." I said, "But somebody broke down in one of them, and another got points, easy points." He said, "The bank manager doesn't give a shit how you get them, Cribby. Just get them."
I like that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Did you used to like all those test matches against England and everything? I've just put up a picture of front of the Speedway Star with you guys and
Yes,
the England and Australasian and all that.
Yeah. Oh, what was really bloody good was when the Americans were all in it. And then Durex was sponsoring.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing them on the race jackets.
Yeah, Jesus. I said, "I've got enough bloody handlebar grips now. I don't need any more bloody Durex."
The closest we get sponsored by Durex now is the air fences, isn't it, Cribby? Bit of protection and all that. Pity they went around a bit earlier, eh? The earlier the better, I suppose. It helps a bit. Yeah.
It would have saved my first broken leg if I'd had them.
It was very, very dangerous, wasn't it? Sort of 60s, 70s, 80s. Some of the fences were literally criminal, really, when you think about it.
The one I hit was at Exeter.
Oh, did you? Bloody hell.
Chris Pusey had me off going into the third bend. Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Christ. When I hit the fence with my knee, I could feel the whole thigh bending, and then it went bang. And I went, shit. Then I looked down. When I landed on the track, I looked down, and my knee was halfway up my bloody thigh.
Oh.
Because when the leg broke, the muscle was so strong, it just pulled it right back up. Jeez. And I thought, shit, I'm deformed. Then, I tell you what, you haven't heard the best yet. They put me on the stretcher, tied my legs together.
Yeah.
And then these 4 clowns walking me down to the bloody ambulance were walking out of bloody tune, and they dropped me on one side.
Oh,
luckily enough, I was strong enough to grab hold of the left side of the bloody, what do you call it? Stretcher.
Oh, yeah.
I had all that and held both my legs up in the air by just my own strength alone, while the 2 clowns on the right were trying to pick up the rest of the bloody stretcher.
Jesus
Christ. And then I went off and gave them a round of fucks. I was right under the grandstand, and all these people were there. I didn't give a shit. I thought, you bloody clowns.
Go mental. Oh, God, you couldn't make it out, could you? Oh, I got some pictures, nice pictures here. Obviously, you won the World Team Cup as well with all you guys at New Zealand. Great team you had. Yourself, Harry Cross.
Oh, I tell you what, that was bloody a real achievement, We won every round. We won the round in England, the qualifier, the semi-final in Eskilstuna in Sweden, and the final. But I tell you what, you'll love this.
Yeah.
We had 2 rides at bloody Reading. It was pissing down with rain, and Ivan comes around and he says, "We can win this, you know." So we went on and we won it. The next round, we were in Eskilstuna. We've all had 2 rides each. And Ivan's come around and he goes, "You know, we can win this, you know." And I went, "Yeah." And we did. We won it. Then we come to the bloody final. We had 2 rides each. And he come around and said, "You're not going to tell us we're going to win this as well." He said, "We bloody can." I went, "Oh, okay."
I like that. So all the head games are going on straight away. We can win this.
Absolutely brilliant.
Mitch Shearer as well. Just putting up some pictures. There's a picture of you and Mitch Shearer together. Obviously, I did get to see him a bit for a couple of seasons at Swindon after he'd been at Reading. Did you get on well with Mitch?
Yeah, lovely lad. Yeah. I did a few meetings, right, and done some journeys when we rode abroad together. You know, it was really good. We did some mileage together.
I'll tell you, I remember Mitch as well. He used to have some fire in his belly as well, didn't he?
Oh shit, yeah.
I think everyone used to think, "Oh, he's quite small, he'll be all right." But
no.
Yeah,
but shit, he could jump up pretty high.
Yeah, Jesus.
I
remember him.
I've seen him run up at bloke. The bloke was that stunned and unbalanced. He fell over because he was 6 foot something, and Mitch, only a little short guy, he ran at him and up him, and the force and the weight, he was up that high, just tipped the guy straight over and on his back. Doof. Of course, when he landed, and then he had feet in his face all the time.
Bloody I've got I've just had a text off of another legend, Mr. Andy Graham.
All right.
So I think he's watching with his lovely wife Jill. I've seen him at the weekend as well, Bruce.
Right. Yeah.
And Mike Broadbank as well. So that was amazing.
Oh, good. Good stuff.
He just put, "Hi Lee, I can remember when Bruce's arm came out of its socket at Birmingham Speedway, and he asked my brother Alan Graham, just put your steel shoe on my shoulder, Al, and yank my arm as hard as you can. It went back in its socket, and Bruce won his next race. What a legend Bruce is. Great interview, Lee." Jesus Christ.
I did the same at Exeter. I had a big crash. You're going 100 mile an hour around there. I had a big crash and it blew my bloody shoulder out, and I was bloody limping into the bloody pits. And then I just got my left hand, put it up, and whacked it in. Like you got the corrugated sheet on the roof, whacked my hand in the corrugation, so it was locked in there. Then dropped down. Then it went bang, and it was just like a piece of wood snapping. And that Ronnie Russell was there, and he went all faint. He said, "Oh, you fucking animal!"
Oh my God. Oh, you lot were absolutely mental. They were proper. I say the same about in motocross as well. I say, like, back then, all of you were like gladiators more than just as much as riders. Like, Jesus. Things like that just don't happen anymore. You won't be allowed to ride for a month now if you did that.
Way. You're not allowed to do anything these days, are you?
No. Jesus. Jeff Wilkes just put, "This is without doubt the best interview yet. Pissing myself. Thanks, guys." Oh, I didn't stop laughing through the whole time either. Brilliant, Cribby. Love it, Cribby. Oh, I love it. Not sure who that is, but someone's put, "Good morning, Lee and Cribby from New Zealand." So someone's on from New Zealand.
It's morning out there.
Yeah. So it might be Darren Wilson, maybe. Not sure who that is. If someone can come back on and write who that is.
What did he say? What did he say?
He just put, "Good morning, Lee and Cribby from New Zealand." So hopefully we'll follow that one up and see who that is.
All right, we'll see.
Ruddy Mutts also put, "So good to have been in the news." So sorry, yeah, Rudy. Yeah, I did say it right earlier, but I'll have another go.
I'll teach you how to speak Dutch, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Right, Rudy Mutt said,
"That's it, you got it.
So good to have been in the New Zealand camp with Larry and you boys at White City in 1979.
He was there. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. All right, yeah, they haven't told you the best yet.
Go on.
We went to the reception afterwards. It was a reception not for the world team thing, but it was for another thing, for the rider of the year and all that, and Ivan won that, you know. Anyhow, while that was all going on, they were announcing we all got these big dinners with all the salmon on the plates and all that. And Reg Freeman goes, righto, now for the rider of the year. And I got up out my chair to go for a piss, and I fell ass over head. I was pissed up. Then when I got up, Reggie's going, "You all right?" I went, 5 points, and I'm a bloody world champion. And then I just carried on out to the toilet.
It's a flipping butt. Oh, absolutely classic. I got. There's no name on this one, but someone's just put. Cribby bought some riding boots recently from some Polish guy. I asked Cribby if he was riding to Aussie. Loved watching Cribby on his ice bike around Brandon. Safe travels to a true Speedway legend.
Oh, good on him. Beauty. Yeah. I bought those road racing boots, and my bloody ex-mechanic, bloody Grosvenor, he comes on, he goes, "What'd you buy why buy the road racing boots?" I went, "Hey, they're for the road, just for road riding." Then I said, "You know, the saying goes, Jesus was born in the stable. Doesn't mean to say he's a freaking horse."
I like that.
Just going along the lines of road racing boots doesn't mean I'm going to go racing them. That's all I was saying, you know.
Cribby, do we risk you coming off and coming on so we can see you?
Well, you can try.
I think the fans want to see you as well.
Yeah, can I go for a piss and then we'll have another go?
Yeah, you can do that then. You go for a toilet, then you can come back. I'll take you off. You click on that link again back on that internet, and then come back on, and hopefully it'll be all right. I'll show a few pictures while you go to the toilet. Right, I've took him off because I know a lot of you are starting to bother you, innit? It's, to be fair, I'm doing well with my OCD issues of having Cribby in the dark. We started in the dark. Cribby got excluded for the 2-minute time allowance, or the 10-minute time allowance, so let's say. And then he was obviously in the dark, so we got the lights turned on. Then we could see him when he wasn't lying right down. I was going to make a joke because he was going like that with the camera, and then he went down. I was going to do that. Got him to put the screen sideways on the phone so he could see full screen, because it does that on the phones. And then and I don't know what Cribby's press, but we needed the girl from the bar to hook him up. Oh, absolute classic, isn't it? He's absolutely brilliant. I'll show you a few pictures while Cribby's just going to go to the toilet, and then he's going to come back and hopefully click on the thing, and we'll get him back on. Looks like some sort of is that like maybe a second half thing or something? They've all got different race jackets on. Look, there's Betts. I do know the one in the middle as well. Is it is that the Swedish guy? Something in me is trying to say Soren something. Might be wrong. Someone can come up in the comments and put me right on that one. I used to be amazing at doing pictures from the 70s, 80s and 90s, and people say, "You won't know who that is." I bloody do. Even if you just show me the gloves, I don't know, letting in goggles or helmets or... Oh, Hanger. Nowhere near, am I? Was he Swedish, though? Sorry, Rudy, as well, for saying Ruddy. I've had a couple of different goes of that as well, haven't I? There's always the odd couple of pronouncing. So there's showed that one, didn't we? We did that one. Another nice picture there. Look. This is cool as well. I saw this from the old steel shoe and all that. Look, I've actually got a. I know I've got the Lee Adams new boot here from signed. Pretty cool. And the cover now and all that. But I've got a. I got the Daytona. Pronouncing. I've gone mental tonight, haven't I? The Daytona Speedway boots. You know, the orange down the front, the Ollie Olsen classics. I've got a pair of them with the steel shoe still on that Martin and Dad used, so that's pretty cool. I've put them back in the garage. That's it, Janssen. So he is Swedish, I'm sure. Got that part right, I think. Looks like he's had an off there with someone as well. Who is that? Does anyone know who that is? Looking at that, I would have said that's sort of helmet that Phil Collins had, didn't he? But don't know. Sure, there's another one. Don't know what happened there. Hopefully, as well, when Cribby comes back on, because he's had a blank screen, he hasn't been able to see the pictures I've been putting up anyway. Totally is, isn't it, Les? Totally is, mate. I'm not being funny. That's why. This is why, like Nicky Pedersen was so good for the sport. Yes, he played the Panto villain, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Rudy. I thought that as well. So we're thinking on the same wavelength there. It does look like him, doesn't it? His helmet there in the red helmet does look like Phil Collins. So I was told you I'll get him more on things like the helmet and things like that. But yeah, like you said, sorry, going back to that, you know, Nicky Pedersen's and guys like that played the Panto villain and stuff like that. But even look at now what he's into his 40s. I'm not sure exactly how old Nicky is, but even this year, just things like that. Like, can you remember before the COVID where he was going to sign for Sheffield and all that? And bearing in mind these guys are in the twilight of their career. It was going to put bums on seats, wasn't it, at the end of the day? Because they all knew him as obviously a legend with his 3 world title wins, but I mean, more of a thing with a character with those sort of riders, isn't it? Right, okay. Tom Owen. Remember the Owen boys, Joe and Tom Owen. They were bloody good riders as well, weren't they? Thanks for that, Dave. And over. We have little competitions here, can't we? I'm going to have to ask him about this, aren't I? Jesus Christ. Not sure what's going on here, but I've seen when I did Rick Miller's interview a couple of weeks back, we showed that one, you know, where it was the famous one. I think it was at Brandon at Commentary. Been a lot going on about that this week, actually, hasn't there? With the camps on all that. Keep an eye on all that. But yeah, when his engine blew apart, and that was a bit of a crazy one as well. So I'll have to ask Cribby, especially if he can see the pictures, then I'll ask him what happened there. Going to ask him, obviously, about his book. I'm going to have to get this. Going to ask him about the old indoor stufflet as well. Fun times. That's probably the Wembley one, is it? I'm sure there was a Wembley one. This is a cool picture as well. I don't know whether to say to Cribby about that, but when you saw Cribby back in the old days like this, and I was going through the pictures, I was like, Cribby really reminds me of that baddie character on the James Bond, the Jaws guy. Oh. Who dares me to ask Cribby if he was in the James Bond film when he comes? We'll leave it. Got to ask him about his doing the old long track and grass tracklet and all that. Got quite a few pictures of that. Some cool ones there. Look, I think that's that one there on the right. That looks like Bernie Lee to me. Is that number 10, is it? Or number 40? Might be a 4 on the end of that. That O there. Not sure who that is in the middle. I'm just trying to work that one out. I think that's Bernie Lee though on the right. I might be wrong. I'm sure you guys will be on that as well. I definitely know who that is. That's Mr. Bob Kilby. Obviously, me and Lee Kilby grew up together at Swindon in the early 80s. I think we're both born in the same year, 77. So I know I was at Swindon Speedway a day old, so up in the bar, like you do. Unfortunately, don't remember it. And obviously, Dad retired at the end of 79 for Milton Keynes when he rode with Andy Graham. So I didn't really remember any of that. So obviously, my first Speedway hero was pretty much Phil Crump at Swindon in the early 80s and then into the later 80s, and Bo Petersons and all that. And Malcolm Simmons was there. Alf Busk and Alan Graham, Andrew Silver. They went into the 90s. Loved Andrew Silver, Lee Adams, Jimmy Nielsen, Brian Carger were all my favourites. But I think this was for Exeter. I know Bob Kilby went to Exeter for a time, talking about not wanting to go. I know for a fact he didn't want to go, and it was down to the averages. And I also know my uncle Martin Ashby didn't want to go there either, to do with the averages or whatever they brought in at that time. And so he went to Exeter as well. But I think it was one of the best things he did. I think he had way over a 10-point average still then. Of course, if you nail the home track down there, not many of the Ray riders like going there, as we know. So I think Bob did really well there, and Martin. So I think it was actually did them good to go to Exeter in the end. As he fell asleep. Let's hope not. He said he was going to the toilet and then coming back on. Let's just hope he don't have a problem going back on it, because he's got to go back on the internet again to press on that link. So fingers crossed. So this was the Exeter days. I remember a few of them boys. I can see Coles is on there. I think that's Dave Smart. I think on the end of here, isn't it? Dave Smart. That's definitely Smart in there. There's another one that with Bob Kilby on the front there. You guys will have to tell me who that is behind Bruce. I know of quite a few, but I know more towards the end of the 70s. Obviously, I know certain riders, but I'd be red hot on the 80s and stuff like that. Still play the 80s music now in the car. That's all I play. I'm still stuck in the 80s. Or I want to be in that. Here we go. Give me the 80s, look. God, Ron Byford was manager there as well. So that must have been before the Swindon days. I think that's Bishop in there, and Coles. Who else is in there? I'm looking at. Bruce is on the bike. Just shows you that as well. Look how many of the riders have got dark leathers on there. This is before the days of John Davis. Oh, here we go. Cribb is trying to ring me. Here we go. Oh no. Tell me you can't get back on. No. Oh no. So can you go on that internet? Did you go on the internet thing last time?
I didn't know the bloody barmaid did. Bloody at home now, I'm on my own.
Did you go on do you know how to get on your internet on your phone on the Safari bit, is it?
Safari,
All right, no worries. Hopefully you can.
I'm only Safari. Oh, now it wants me to put in the password for Google. Oh, bullshit. I won't remember that.
Does it?
Yeah, she didn't have to do that. That's bullshit, isn't it? She didn't have to do any of that.
Do you know how to do the bit where you can flick up a little bit and then you can flick between what you've already been on? You know, when you like swipe up on the phone and you can.
I think one of the boys told me that the other week and I've bloody forgotten. It was Jake. He showed me how to do it.
We've just been going through loads of photos as well when you've been gone off. Gone through the Exeter days.
I was hearing all the stuff you were doing, but I couldn't say anything. I just couldn't get on, but I could hear what you were saying. Oh, what the hell am I going to do about this?
So let me just ask everyone if they can hear you clearly on the phone. Turn my volume up as well. Can everyone hear? Can you just let me know in the comments? Can you, when Cribb is talking on my phone, can you hear him well enough on that?
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you hear that, people? Can you hear that clearly? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, they can hear it, so that's good. So.
Oh, right. I mean, just leave it like it is.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah, we'll just go for it like this. Well, we knew we were taking a risk doing that way.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, we can hear you anyway, so that's all that matters. So as long as everyone can hear, if anyone lets me know, yeah, so they can hear you clear as day, still on my phone. So we'll just go for it. Darren Wilson is on here, so because he just said yes. How's it going, Darren? Thank you very much for the walk round your amazing man cave workshop. I'm gathering you've obviously been there, Cribby.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How many bikes?
Nice.
Unbelievable. He went through all of it with me. It was really cool. I'll have to get him on. I'll have to get him on, and he'll go around the workshop with his phone so that everyone can see it all as well. So I'm just bringing it up onto the screen, Cribby, that about your storybook.
Yeah.
So is this still available?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I've still got heaps of them left. We did a reprint, you know.
Yeah.
We did more than we needed, but anyhow, I have got a few.
Yeah.
And I have got them all aside, ready to send off to New Zealand and Australia because I have agents out there selling them.
Yeah.
And then I've got some here.
Yeah.
And because I was going to Aussie, I was going to leave them at Omega's.
Yeah.
And then I could instruct them on how to send them out or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd definitely like to get one of them as well. So how do we all go about getting one if we want one of these?
Well, just go on my timeline.
Yeah. On Facebook.
On the Cribby Storybook page, either one. And
Yeah.
just put a message on there.
Yeah.
And then just leave your name and address.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll give you the details on how to pay or what you want to do, you know?
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll sort that out with you as well.
I need the address on the name and address so that I can sign the book and send it off to them.
Yes, that would be cool. All right then. So I've just let everyone know that as well. They can all hear that you can go on the Cribby Storybook. You may have seen me post in that group to advertise the interview tonight.
I will put a new thing out on both. I'll put a new thing out on so make it put it pay now.
Okay.
At the five them on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I'll do that. I'll do that this weekend.
Yep.
I'll probably do it tonight if I can.
Okay, cool. So there you go, people. So if you want to get the book there, the Cribby Storybook, I'm going to get one as well myself. And so, Cribby, when are you actually going back home then? So I've seen obviously on social media that you mentioned it and everything, but when what's the plan then?
13th. I've got a flight going out on the 13th of November.
Okay.
Which is a Monday.
13th.
It's been a Friday. It would have been an empty aeroplane.
Yeah, I was just about to say, are you sure you're going on the 13th? Yeah, it's Friday the 13th, yeah. Yeah, you're all good then. Monday don't count. So, how many years have you actually been here now then? So this is going to be...
No, it's
only 58 years?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. So how comes you want to go back then now then? What's the plan? And
well, my children want me to go back.
Yeah.
I had some health issues about a year ago.
Yeah.
And my oldest had to get on a plane had the idea to help sort me out.
Yeah.
And then I had the same thing happen this year.
Yeah.
Again, lost a load of weight.
Yeah.
But I managed to sort it out without it having to come over. But it was a worry for them because it's easy if I'm there. If I'm there, they're all feeling easier. So, I'd go out there. And then this weekend just gone, I was just speaking to Craig Boyce.
Yeah.
And that was brilliant. You know, he says, "Oh shit, Cribby, you're moving to bloody Cogra, just down the road from me in bloody Sydney." He says, "I'm only 20 minutes away." He says, "I'll come and get you as soon as you get in."
Brilliant.
Up there. Okay. And then we were talking about different things on tuning and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then he says, we're on about me and his mate Langy. They were on about going to bloody Brisbane and setting up in Brisbane. I said, "Oh, my daughter's building a house in Brisbane." I said, "I'm going there soon as well." He says, "Oh shit, we're there." He says, "We're all made up then."
That's brilliant. Darren Wilson's online as well, offering that Barney can go and stay anytime, because I know Barney went and visited them. It was this year, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was this year.
Yeah.
So I've just put a picture up, Cribby, that's basically looks like your bike's pretty much cut in half.
Oh yeah, that was the bike breaking half at right house.
Right. So what happened with that then?
Well, I spit in the corner and bloody just broken up. The front dropped on the floor and the rest came over me.
Jesus.
And I had all the cables around my neck and everything.
Looks pretty major.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun.
It doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't look good. I've also just put up a picture now as well of doing like the indoor racing. I think it was at like the Wembley one. We're on the hard floor.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I rode both.
Yeah.
The Wembley and the NEC one.
What did you think of that then?
Oh, that was different. Jesus Christ. When those tyres warmed up, Jesus, did it take off?
Oh no, I was just thinking about that because it must have laid quite a bit of rubber. Did it make?
The back one had warmed up, but not the front one. So
Oh yeah, of course.
it hit those steering at the front and just took off.
Bloody hell. It's quite scary, wasn't it, at times from what I saw of the coverage. Bit crazy. I've got some, just putting it up on the screen as well, some pictures of grass track and long track pictures. Did you enjoy that side of things as well?
Oh, yeah. That was great. Loved it.
I've just putting up a picture and you can see a picture. I swear that's Bernie Lee, it looks like as well. Sure that's him. A few others have put it up there. But you liked all that side of it as well then?
Yeah, loved it.
Number 15 you were there, by that sort.
Oh, that was it. I just had a text. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Who was that?
They asking a question.
Oh, right. Obviously, Bradley can't hear me, so he said put your mouth close to the phone.
Oh, right. Is it going? Are they not hearing as well?
Yeah, probably not hearing as well. So
Okay, yeah, that's better. Whatever you just done then, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm up here.
Cheers, Bradley. Bradley's on the case.
I'm unplugged the bloody charging wire so I can get it bloody closer to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, cool. I'm just putting up pictures as well. I can see pictures of you with Bob Kilby and stuff like that. And some of the Exeter days, days. Did you get on well with Bob? He was a character as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant, great bloke. Yeah, it was bloody funny, you know. The year we were riding together at Exeter, we had exactly the identical average all the way through the season.
Wow.
And that Charlie Foote from Paul said, "You're doing it on purpose." He said, "You're both trying to get in the bloody British League Riders Championship."
I got a nice team picture as well of 1986 as well. I can see Bishop and Coles. I didn't know that Byford, Ron Byford had been team manager there as well before Swindon.
Yes.
Did you have any favourite team managers over the years that you got on with really well, Bruce?
Well, I thought that was a hard job for anybody to do because I was given that job once.
Yeah.
Just a team manager for a night. Geez, I got so confused. I thought, bugger this, I don't fancy this. You know, I had more respect for team managers after I'd done that.
Yeah. That's brilliant. You like sod that. Too much filling out programs and trying to work out little gimmicks and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
What about the Berwick days as well? I'm just putting up a few pictures up on the screen of the Berwick days as well. Did you enjoy that spell in your career?
Oh, yeah, that was good. Yeah, they were good days up there.
Mm.
Yeah, really good.
What about the track?
I enjoyed everywhere I went. I bloody enjoyed it.
Mm. Got a nice picture. I reckon that might be Martin Yates from Weymouth on the inside of you there, it looks like. What were those helmets called that you had on there? Because it almost looks like one of them road ones, like...
Oh, was it Simpson?
Yeah, that's it. Simpson. Yes.
I was sponsored by Simpson.
Right, I see. Because they almost look futuristic, didn't they? Almost like...
Yeah, that's right. It's space.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a trusty bell on there, though, I see on this picture I've just put up. So you had a sponsor for him. Ah, that's interesting. Did you have some good sponsorships over the years, Cribby?
Whatever sponsors I had for helmets was through Shane Harty.
Ah, right, okay. And then what about, I've just putting up some pictures now for the guys online, pictures of your Wolverhampton days as well. Did you enjoy that part of your career?
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, I loved it. I loved everywhere I went.
Yeah.
I just liked speedway. It didn't matter what team I was in.
Yeah.
You soon dabbled into whoever it was, that was in whatever team you went to join. It was brilliant.
Let me just turn that around because I've got. So, did you always prefer to be part of a team, or did you like riding as an individual? What did you prefer, either one, Bruce?
I think I was best a team player.
Thought you might say that.
Yeah.
You prefer to be part of the team.
Yeah.
What about favourite riders to team ride with, like club wise and then international wise?
Well, it's only weird because like the World Cup thing, you don't ride with partners, do you?
No. Oh, well, you used to go in like one from each country in the race. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Was there any matches on the test matches? Did you have any ones that you sort of used to link up with, all right with, or?
Well, yeah. I thought I rode good with Crumpy. I thought I rode
Crumpy,
good with him.
yeah. I've just got Skip Donahue here on YouTube. He's just put, how did Cribby start his engine tuning business?
I don't know. Let me just see how I can answer this. It's okay. I've just got this eczema. I've been scratching my eyes while I've been talking to you, and I've just got out of hand. So I've had to put I've got one of these shirts, like long sleeve t-shirt, and I've cut the back out of it so that I can put my arms in both of them, and so that they don't weep onto the bed sheets and things like that,
Oh, right, yeah.
The bugger it is. But the thing is, when you get other suppers will tell you, once you start racing it, you can't stop.
No. I know my dad had all that as well, Cribby, and one of my daughters, Lucy, she's got all that, and even my youngest Poppy, where they're sort of like led in bed at night, and then they're like got their legs up in the air and scratching the back of their legs, and just like a vicious circle, isn't it? You put the cream on, it stings, and then so on. Bloody nightmare. Not good.
No. Anyhow, right.
So I got Kin Molly put, you legend. He's put two more. He's put two more curry nights. Can't wait.
Yeah. There's only two left. Yeah. The last one is the Friday before I fly out on the Monday.
Right. I see. I might have to try and come down.
Yeah. There's lots of people coming for it.
Yeah, could be the busiest curry night ever by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It's turned into a Cribby curry stroke farewell night.
Yeah, that's it.
But I've been down there because I went and saw Andy and Jill Graham when they had his night with Andy Graham up at the, I think it was over at Sports Place, football place. But I'd have to come up there and just stay in the hotel for the night and come up there and come and see it, because I think you have quite a lot of riders as well down there, don't you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We've always got a couple of speedway promoters in there, or three.
Yeah.
2 or 3. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I've seen all.
I'm going to try and get Chris Van Straten there for the last night.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah. I've seen Sam Ermolenko in the pictures and a few times and stuff like that.
Yeah, Sam goes. Yeah, he loves it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, it'd be cool to meet you all in person, especially before you go back home as well. Bradley has just put. Ask Cribby about the Fiat Panda he shoved through an intersection near Portsmouth.
John Roberts gave us a band to go down there to take the ice bike down to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
And this bloke stopped at the roundabout. I showed him a bit more of the roundabout he could see as well.
Oh dear.
The ice bike was in the back, and she took over. Yeah, this chap, we got unloaded. I said, "George, there's a hunk out the backyard here." He said, "That's when you ran in the back of that boat."
Oh, that's good, because John Westwood's just said there's a few Premier Inns close by. Yeah, I do like a Premier Inn. So that'd be good. Can't remember which one I went in there last time I come up for the underground night, but that'd be cool to go and do that. And then and then he said as well, curry night and then Weatherspoons till 1 a.m.
Yes, everyone does that.
So this could be a thing. I need to maybe get there for that then. Need to come on down and that'd be cool. Hi Bruce, good ice speedway days with my brother Lee Pavitt and Dave Pavitt. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Someone else has put, Bruce, you're going to need a bigger venue for the last curry night.
Well, yeah. We'll go to Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley. Yeah. I was going to say that'll probably be closer. Did you have any weird and wonderful superstitions over the years, Bruce?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Really, bloody green.
Green.
I wouldn't let anyone wear green in my family when I was racing.
I bet you kept away from Wiggy then.
Well, no. By then I'd bloody grown out of it.
When you were younger, like
Yeah. And even just now, you know, I was somewhere and I was riding, and my oldest daughter came up to me and says, "Are we all right wearing green?" I went, "Yeah, should you?"
So everyone knew about it then.
Yeah.
So if I had to say to you, what were your favourite years in the UK with the teams? Was there any particular time that was your favourite at a certain club?
Probably the best was when I went straight from Hull to Exeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like really was really good then. That was the best time for me, I think, speedway wise.
Yeah.
You know, I got to ride from New Zealand, England, bloody Great Britain. It was really good. Really, really good.
So what were your favourite tracks in the British League, and what were the certain tracks you didn't get on with so well, would you say?
Well, one of my favourite tracks I thought was Reading. Not Reading, Oxford.
Yeah.
And then Ipswich, Reading, and there was other tracks, you know, as well that I rode. Like I was unbeaten. Like I can remember Dennis Gavros ringing me up and says, "Cribby," he says, "we've got permission to use you in a test match, second division test match." He says, "Australasia or England." And I said, "Oh yeah, okay." He says, "Will you do it?" I went, "Yeah, should you?" I said, "Well, at the moment," I said, "I split up and my missus, so I've got the kids myself." He said, "Don't worry, we'll help you out with him, no worries. He said, just organise your bikes, get everything going, get there." He said, "We'll sort out you and look after the kids." And I went out and I got an 18-point maximum.
Bloody hell.
And Robin Adlington was struggling with his bike. He wasn't doing very good at all. I said, "Mate, just get on this bike here. Just drop the clutch." I said, "The bike will do everything else for you." I said, "What it'll do is it'll punch you at start with, and then once you're there, you're away."
Yeah.
Yeah, that won his only race of the day.
Bloody hell. So it did what it said on the box.
Yeah. It said on the tin.
That's the one. That's what I was meant to say. Yeah. I changed tin for box for some reason there. What was you always interested in the technical side of the bikes, Cribby? Because obviously I know you
Yes.
well, like Colin Richardson tried to get the inside story there on the bikes, and
Yeah. My dad was always interested in, like, he did all kinds of motorcycling sports, but he wouldn't let me.
yeah.
He didn't want me to go riding motocross and speedway and trials or anything else. He said, no, just do the one. He said, "I've done everything." He said, "and I've won this and won that." He said, "But you're better off sticking to one."
Yeah.
Stick to speedway. So I did, and then obviously the other stuff came afterwards, you know, like long track, ice racing, all
Yeah.
that kind
Grass
of stuff.
track, all that, yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you then? Do you watch it? Keep up to date with it all in it now? Do you watch all the GPs and the British League on the TV, things like that, Cribby?
No, I can't. I haven't got all the TVs and all that, you know.
Yeah.
It don't bother me. It don't bother me. there's some of that. I think, I'd like to know how the boys got on last night, but I can't find out. It's really crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What was I going to ask you?
When I've had the boys staying here, you know, like Bradley Wilson, Dean, and then George
Congreve, isn't it?
Congreve, and then Jake Turner, you know, they're always here, and they help me with that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they can hook that
And
stuff
all
up.
Todgy, you know, oh, yeah, I'll do that, yeah, we'll sort that out for you, you know. No problem.
Rudy just put, thanks Lee and Cribby, I shall catch up with your podcast, which wish Bruce the best in Oz.
Cool.
Because anyone that didn't know, that they can watch this, it gets recorded and people can watch it afterwards anyway if they were out of this tonight, which I'll post up tomorrow anyway, so people can catch up with it. And
oh, okay. They'll probably get arrested Monday.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Did you try anything like? Did you do any like the motocross? Do a bit of road racing? Did you try any of all that stuff?
No. Trials riding, I did.
Oh yeah, that was good for technical sides of stuff then.
Yeah, that's good for speedway.
Mm.
I thought that was good for speedway. And the momentum thing, you know, getting grip with momentum behind you, and then when you're in the stalling stages, the momentum working against you. So yeah that's really clever.
Yeah, I think quite a few of the motocross riders did a bit of that as well. It's good for the balance and all that as well, and that side of things. Who would you say was the biggest influence on your career and why, or if there was a few? Or
well, I've got to say that the three main New Zealanders, they were the ones that I admired, and then run with that, you know.
Yeah.
So Ivan, Barry and Ronnie, and then Ivan. I think that's got to be the guy. They were really good. The thing is, what I would say is like Ronnie Moore, biggest, most naturally talented speedway rider ever in the world, ever. And Barry Briggs and Ivan Major, they wanted to be world champion.
Yeah. Were they very driven, Bruce?
And they stuck at it.
Yeah.
Wanted to be world champion. Ronnie couldn't give a shit, you know what I mean? It came, but it didn't. But he was still enjoying life, you know what I mean? And his racing, he loved it.
Yeah.
But he was so natural.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Ivan and Buddy Barry, they had to work at it.
Yeah.
They really work at it.
Yeah. Wasn't so natural, but they obviously seriously driven guys, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Mm. Had that competitive edge and all that as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there always a good team atmosphere with all you guys from New Zealand and stuff? Because it must have been quite competitive between you sometimes, all in the leagues and things like that, or was it always good?
No, but leagues was something else.
Yeah.
Great to catch up. Yeah. To catch up and race against each other in league, and then you went back to your teams and all that. No, it was good. No, it was just part of speedway for all of us.
Here's another Exeter man has just come on, Peter Jeffrey. Hope Peter's good. He's just put, ask Bruce about his time at Exeter with Alan Rivet. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. Yeah. Think he taught Alan how to drink.
He was a wild one, that boy. Buddy Alan Rivet. What a ripper. Good guy. Real good guy.
Just had Bradley back on, and he just said, ask Bruce about his time having us boys stay with him, if he hasn't already. He done a lot for us boys over the last 5 years, giving us all a base over here. We'd have all had a lot different experiences here without him.
No, good on him. No, it was good of him to say that. No, brilliant.
I see you've recently been with Bradley, haven't you? When he was it France, wasn't it?
No, Germany.
Sorry, Germany. Yeah, sorry, Germany. Yeah.
Christ. Oh, buddy, Wiggy used to keep saying, Cribby, you got to come to Tetra. You got to come to
That's
Tetra.
it, Tetra, yes.
I go bloody way over to East Germany. He said, oh, it's bloody good. No. Then I went with Brad. Geez, I wish I had gone with you.
Yeah.
Geez, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it looks mad.
Oh, we went round on a little Honda, I think it was. A little pit bike thing. Me and Bradley went round. I was driving it. And then we went up and over this hill and then down under the jumps and back up again. Jesus Christ. I couldn't believe it. I thought, like we were on a little bike, you know.
Yeah.
We were whizzing down the hill on that and then up the other side. I thought, Jesus Christ, if they're on a real race bike, must be bloody hell going around there. Must be real bloody exciting.
Yeah. That looked nuts. That looked absolutely nuts. He's put Bradley just put Bruce slept all the way there and then all night when we got there. Must have slept for about 20 hours straight, laugh out loud. We were riding a Honda ST70. I love that. So you thought, oh, that was quite a nice journey. Oh, we're there. Brilliant. Got to get your rest now, Bruce.
Yeah.
Got to get it done. Frank Brookland has just said, great engine builder. Learned a lot off the master.
Yeah, that's Frank Brooklyn and then the cable. I spent a month, or was it 2 or 3 months for him, building up a workshop for him, setting up the machines, setting up the jigs, everything else. And then he was away then. Taught him everything he needed to know. And he's very good. He's very good.
Brilliant. I see that obviously Bradley, I've seen him, he goes over and I've seen him, all the bikes he's refurbed up with his dad and stuff like that. So those boys love to tinker with the bikes.
Yeah.
Is that a New Zealander thing, or is that you guys just like doing that?
No, it's races.
Yeah, in general.
Races, bikes, they're all the same.
Did you have any regrets at all from your career at all, Bruce?
Well, I don't think so. No. If I had my time again, I'd do it. I'd do it all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do it probably a little bit different, but I do the same things.
Yeah. Do you have
because I think it's a really good sport.
Yeah.
Really good sport.
Yeah. I just somehow we need to. I don't really know what the answer is, but it needs to be revitalized in some way. Like someone mentioned at the start of this interview, I didn't actually bring it up at the time, but they were saying that obviously with the top league now, what they call it, the Premiership, we're obviously lost Wolverhampton for at least a season, it sounds now, and then obviously Peterborough as well. So I think the top league's down to like 4 or 5 teams. So I'm not too sure. Sounds like it could be a big winter.
That's about where it was when I came into it.
Mm.
They'd only just amalgamated the 5 First Division teams into the British League.
Yeah.
And that sorted it. That was the start of something big and new. That was brilliant.
So I think it's going to be a big winter for the promoters and all them guys. I think they're going to have to probably put the 2 leagues together, I would imagine, or maybe even a north and the south. I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I would say regional would probably make more sense.
Yeah, potentially maybe a north and a south or something like that, potentially. But maybe a few might not fancy the Plymouth to Glasgow or...
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Shit, it's a long way.
Yeah.
Bloody Plymouth.
There'd be a few tracks, wouldn't there? A few treks, should I say. Wayne Woolridge has just put, Liam, they just got on. Can you ask Cribby about the 60s and 70s old school non-PC scene if he hasn't already been discussed?
What's that?
What's he put? Non-PC scene. What do you mean by that, Wayne? Come back to me on that one. I think he just means in the general 60s and 70s, the old school. He's put a picture of a beer at the end of it, so probably sort of saying, what was it like? You definitely had some cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Non-politically correct is that short for? Yeah. Bradley's on it there. Look, he knew what that was straight away. I thought I was going to have to bring my kids up and do that. What's that slang? What's this? You know, the usual. So, Darren has also put, how's the knee healed?
Yeah, it's healed.
Yeah.
But I've got this bloody eczema all over my body, and it's a bugger it is. Drive me mad, you know. Sometimes when I'm talking on the phone, like sometimes when I'm talking to Bradley.
Yeah.
And the other night I was talking to him, and I started scratching, but I couldn't freaking stop.
Yeah.
All the time that he was on. When he finished the call, I had blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Jesus. And I'm like, man, just stop. How stupid is that? But the thing is, you cannot stop once you start.
No.
When you're talking like on the phone like that, you're disregarding what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same in my sleep. I scratch in my sleep, and I don't know I'm doing it.
Yeah. It's a nightmare, isn't it? When you, like you said, you wake up and it's sore as hell, then you have a shower and it's flipping stinging.
Yeah, bloody that thing.
Yeah, I've started to get some of the bad skin at the back of my head and stuff. Because I sort of suppose I've got it off my dad, and then some of my girls have got it.
I know it'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like Becnabate, but it's back scalp or something. It's called the scalp.
Yeah.
You put it on, it stings like shit. But it's gone the next morning, mate.
Oh, is it?
Bloody hell, yes. I've never known that you cure anything that quick.
I've got some bloody expensive shampoo. Like,
wait a minute, I've just got a bottle here on the side of the bed. I can read it out to you.
Yeah, thanks.
So there's no guessing. Oh, Better Cap, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Better Cap, and it's scalp application, 0.1%. So it's close to the old steroids.
Right, yeah, so it heals it up, yeah. That's what I need, yeah. It's like the back of my head, it sort of scratch it and then...
Treatment of steroid response. Yeah, it is steroid. See, I am a doctor.
Yeah, you are. I should just ring up Dr. Cribb and then... How can I sort my skin out, Mr. Cribb?
Yeah. Surgeon Cribb, by the way.
I'm just going to grab this thing as well, because I have some special shampoo that I use as well. Hold on a second.
Okay. Do you know the best cure for that? I don't use it at all.
Is that the best way?
Doctor in New Zealand told me not to use it.
There you go. It's called T-gel.
I said to him, why can't I use shampoo? And he said, because you're suffering the same as me. He said, with your scalp.
Yeah.
He said, and your eczema and all that.
Yeah.
And dermatitis. It all comes from. He says, I haven't used. Shit, I've forgotten what it is. Shampoo.
Yeah.
I haven't used shampoo for 3 years. That was prior to me going in, and it was 3 years ago when I went in. So it's been 6 years. It had been not washing. You wash your hair, but you don't put anything on it like soap or shampoo or anything. You just rinse it out. Just keep rinsing it with your fingers, and you find when you're doing it, you find that it all goes free all of a sudden. It's like all the oil's gone. But it's not shampoo that gives it, it's just bloody water.
Oh, I'm giving everyone all the advice now. I've just this is the shampoo I was using. It's quite expensive. It's like £7 or £8 a bottle, but it's like called T-gel.
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah, and it's like don't smell very nice.
My brother-in-law, who lives in France, he washed his hair with what's that one that gets rid of the dandruff?
Oh yeah, Head and Shoulders. Yep.
And all his bloody hair fell out.
Bloody hell! I was using that as well, Bruce, and that would actually irritate me. Yeah.
You know what I said to him? I said yes, but I said it was a few years back. There was a whole load of that stuff that was out there that wasn't genuine Head and Shoulders. It was some kind of bloody fake stuff. And I think that could have been what he had, that took all his hair out. It won't grow back again.
Bloody hell. Joking.
It all went just by using Head and Shoulders. And he realised he probably could have taken Head and Shoulders to the cleaners.
Okay, well, Wayne's come back now. We've told everyone about the skin treatment as well, so you've even got that tonight, look.
Yeah.
And then we got Wayne. Wayne's come back because he said about the politically correct in the bar after the meeting. So what he means was, so now he's been a bit more straight now. He said the party scene and who was shagging who back in the day.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I was like, whoa, steady.
Hey, handbrake turn.
Yeah. I love that handbrake turn. Yeah, like steady. Oh God, my mum always jokes, Bruce, that because obviously she was at Swindon back in the 70s and all that, and she said, "God, Jesus Christ, could she write a book about some of the riders and all that? They'd have a heart attack." Innit? Do you know what I mean? I was like, no, I don't want to be getting sued left, right, and centre. Rod Saunders put, just like to say hi to Bruce. What an awesome friend you are. Thanks for all the good times in Europe. Enjoyed hanging out with you and always made me feel welcome. And we did have some good times. Your buddy Sledge.
Oh, Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
He was an ace. Yeah. You know him?
Yeah, he's been on quite a few times and everyone knows Sledge.
Bloody hard case he is. He's brilliant.
Love it.
Oh, good old Sledge.
Yeah. What's Bradley saying here? Brad's put Bruce and I done a demonstration at the Speedway in Napier, New Zealand, is it? Napier. Bruce on the ice bike and me on the Speedway bike. 400 meters clay stock car track with a concrete wall. There was no keeping up with him. That was the night he blew his knee apart. Oh, bloody hell. Going too fast then. What did you do then? Just catch it like?
No, what had happened, I'd gone in really hard and the back stepped out.
Yeah.
And I hit the gas at the same time as the back was stepped out.
Did it?
Came round further than I wanted.
Yeah.
And there's a concrete curb on the inside that I've got. And I jammed the knee between the bike and the curb and it split my knee open.
Oh.
And it was just numb at the moment, you know. And I rode over to this inside track and then out the other side and then went back into the pits. And I took my motocross bloody trousers off, looked at his bloody knee split right open, a big gaping hole in it.
Oh. So it's Bradley's fault then?
No.
I'm joking. He was making you go too fast to keep away from him. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That was good fun. That was good fun.
Yeah. If you, I was going to put on here as well, if I had to push you about this question, who would you say are the 3 best riders that you've ever competed against in your career? Not easy.
No, it's not easy. Ivan Major was always good. It was like you had that level that you could judge off, no matter what season it was, beginning to the end or whatever.
Yeah.
You could still work your pace off his every time.
Yeah.
Because this was consistently the same all the time. All his races are all the same. Consistently quick, and then eliminating mistakes, just so that you would get quicker. And then you get riders like Darcy Wood that are so clever they can get speed from nowhere. Or they could.
Yeah, it was very cool as well, Bruce, because I saw Darcy up close and live at Swindon that last year. Obviously, he had the accident. He was racing for Swindon, and bloody how he got a bit fitter and things like that. He was taking it a bit more serious, and Jesus Christ, was he fast! Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, really was. Really was quick. And then, like his mate Nick Morris.
Yeah.
Nick so he was at Paul, and Nick says, "Hey, can I borrow your bike?" And Dash, yeah, jump on it. Mate, yeah. Let's got that, you know, there you go. Off he went. And Nick came back and he said, how the frickin' hell does he go as fast as he does on that? He said, it hardly even went. When he got on it, he said he was like a bloody rocket ship.
Yeah. All rider, eh?
Yeah, that's clever riding, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He could ride anywhere, like you said, outside, inside, cutbacks, everything.
Yeah, I saw him my night at Wolverhampton. There's a few Aussies there that night. They were all raving about it, but was fantastic. I think it was Ty Whippenden was leading the race. He was behind, and he turned the bike out in the middle of the pit turn, and then went down the inside of the straight, and caught Ty at the other end, and went past him as they got into the corner. He'd gone past him, then parked his bike up, then moved on again, and you would never believe that he could get away with doing that.
Yeah.
Jesus, it was done so quick. He was going so fast. I thought, you're going to wipe the pair of them out. No, as clean as a whistle. And then he corrected the bike, checked it, and then off he went. Jesus, absolutely brilliant.
Just putting up I put up a cool picture of you at Wolverhampton, and it looks like, I think that might be Gordon Kennett on the outside for Eastbourne.
It is good. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there's a nice picture. Good picture.
Yeah,
I'm getting into them
All
pictures as
action,
well.
good.
Yeah, all action. I'm getting into those pictures as well with that Simpson helmet on now. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good one of you at the gate, and you've got 3 stars at the bottom of your levers on the bit. That's Wolverhampton as well. That's some cool pictures. Who's there?
The other ones you set out today, they're all good.
Yeah, really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did I send you them all?
Well, no, I just saw it on Facebook.
Oh, right. I was supposed to. I thought I was going to send you them all. I'll send you them all anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I'll save. Then I can save.
Yeah, then you can save them all, because I literally went through all the, like the Somerville collection and all that as well.
Oh,
Yeah, got loads off of there as well. So, but I always like check a bit of everything. That's part of the fun as well, to check all the pictures of you guys, which I really enjoy doing. I was going to ask you, what do you think of the old electric bikes that are all coming in and all this sorts of stuff at motocross and I think speedway ones and
electric? I think it's good. Yeah, you've still got the sport. The sport's still there, even though it's only electric. But you're missing it. You know, like even now with the silence mufflers, on the bikes that are full size, they're still a spectacle, part of the spectacle, just the sound coming off those. But, really, those 2-valve Jawas and Japs with straight pipes, they weren't that bad. They wouldn't make the ears bleed, would they, No. But that was just the health and safety things moved so radically bloody wrong and forward. It's a bit of a piss off, that is. Because that was really good until the mufflers came in. I don't know how many different types of mufflers there's been since the first ones that came out.
I remember when they changed them, because I think Scott Nichols came to ride at Swindon, and I remember they didn't like him straight away at the Preston practice day. I was like, oh Jesus, not good.
No.
When they put in the old ones back on, you think, oh dear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're thinking, oh no, it's trying to strangle him with the old exhaust now. But I don't know how they're going to do that, but there's other things they need to do, I think. But
Well, the thing is, I thought Sweden at one time had the perfect bloody idea. And that was when everybody in the pits wanted to warm their bike up, they all had straight pipes on their bike, but there was one big muffler right in the middle of the pits with all pipes leading off it, so the bike's pipes. And they took the pipes on, started them up, warmed them up, then took them off, then they went racing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The biggest noise apparently is warming up.
Warming them up, yeah, all at the same time, yeah.
Rumble and go, and there's the one muffler there.
Good show, because like you said, you don't normally, I suppose, when would you ever hear like potentially 4 team speedway bikes being warmed up at the same time?
Yeah,
that's a good shout. Yeah,
right. That was a good thing. Good move in the right direction by the Swedes. I thought that was really good.
Didn't think of that. Yeah, it's a good show.
And then the other thing with speedway, like you've got all this bullshit, where they go out to start and then they stop in the first corner, you know, first bend bunching or whatever, or someone's moved at the start or whatever. And then I look back on it, and sometimes they haven't moved. They've beaten the referee.
Mm.
They've not beaten the system.
No.
They've just made a good start.
Yeah.
But the referee thinks, oh, he's beaten me, I'll stop him.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Another bloke, this is what pisses me right off, is a bloke will jump at the start, everyone goes, and he's the one left behind.
Yeah.
So they stop the race, put him back in. They should let that race go.
Yeah, definitely leave them if they've
Every
made
time
it.
they should let that race go.
Mm.
He's guilty of bloody wood cheating and then get scored out. Bloody good job.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you said, you do a rerun and there's always hindsight that you'll end up.
Oh, Christ, they've got everything to gain.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
They've got nothing to lose.
Got a bit of common sense on the old starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you said, they're making really shit hot starts and then they bring it back because they haven't gone off at the same time. It's like,
yeah,
Jesus.
I can remember seeing that Robbo on TV one night. I don't know if he was the Copperture or whoever it was. The referee wanted to catch him. He said he kept stopping her and stopping and stopping. He never moved once at any of those starts. Yet he was that quick to the corner. He just got it right. He got it all set up right. But the ref wasn't having it.
Well, there's been some funny refs over the years.
Oh yes.
I bet you've had a few referees a bit scared in your time.
Oh yeah. I know. So there was one at Scunthorpe locked himself in his bloody box.
Did he? I bet he did. Oh, you needed a bunker, didn't he? Like you said, I've seen some stuff over the years, even when I was a kid at Swindon in like sort of the 80s and stuff, and riders like, you know, getting their steel shoe off and then like running up as if they're trying to get up to the referee's box with a steel shoe in their hand. Oh, class. I remember Andrew Silver one year climbed over the fence to try and get to a fan that had been booing him for ages. Oh, classic stuff, isn't it?
Did you ever see Soldier Boy?
Who's that?
Soldier Boy.
I've heard of that as well. Who's?
No, you would never know. I think it was two.
But I've heard of that. Who was that?
It was always at Leicester.
Oh, actually, someone mentioned that on another interview. Is that? He's a bit crazy.
Yeah, he was like gobbing off at the riders.
Yes.
Gobbing off at the riders.
Yeah.
It's only for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone else says that on there. Oh, Anthony Soldier Boy Bellevue. Yeah, Anthony Boyd just said about it as well. Someone mentioned it on an interview the other day. Yeah, I remember now. He's just put, Anthony Boyd said, Bruce scares me now. Not sure who that is on YouTube. It's just got the name as R, but they obviously, who's that? From Sheffield, I reckon, because he's put Bruce and Barney, because Barney Kennett just put great interview, Lee and Bruce, love you, Brucey. And then he's put Bruce and Barney, two riders I so respected, I now call friends, always welcome at Sheffield Speedway. Great interview, Lee, well done. So it must be someone that's involved running Sheffield Speedway.
Okay. What was his name?
It's just got R on the YouTube thing, so hopefully they'll come back and say who that is.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got me. I don't know.
So it's November the 13th then is the D-Day.
Yes, Monday.
Monday, not Friday yet. So I need to try and get to, so there's a couple of curry nights left. So what do you normally do? One a month, do you?
Yeah, it's always one a month.
Yeah.
You try and spread them out evenly and then give people warning on when they're coming back. The last one is definitely on the 10th. It's on Friday the 10th of November.
Okay.
That's the last one.
Okay.
There's one in between that, you know, for the ones that carry all the time, you know.
Yeah.
When they come round.
Yeah.
Nigel Tolley and Peter Mole, they're bloody mad on it.
Are they? They love it.
They're looking forward to it all the time.
Yeah, that's good though, isn't it?
It's on and we put an ad up saying it's on this Friday or whatever. They share it as well, you know.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that'd be great.
John Westwood said it's Driller Man.
Oh, yeah, that's not R. Where does the R come from?
I don't know. It's a very stealth account.
That would be right. Because I'm really good friends with
And he just wrote back Moley.
yeah.
Mm.
Kim Moley.
Yeah. Very stealth account there. I might start an account with just L on it or something. Oh, classic. Like that. Might have just started up a YouTube channel just so you can come on here potentially. I really appreciate your time, Bruce.
Some people got their made up names.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and even like you said earlier as well. What was his name? So many people in Speedway and all sorts of sports in it were only known by their nickname, and then you say their actual name, and everyone's like, "Who the hell's that?"
Yeah.
There's loads of those guys.
Oh, that's when I saw him. Oh, he's still on there now.
Yeah.
Phil McCracken.
Oh yeah.
What a twat. Whatever blows his dress up.
You're so funny. This has definitely been one of the funnier nights, that's for sure. Really enjoyed it. It's been brilliant.
Okay, mate.
Well, I will try and come down to one of them before you go as well. I'd like to come down, and I'll come up from Swindon and stay overnight. And
yeah, I'll have a book all signed and all ready for you.
Yes, I'd like to do that. Yes. What's Barney said here? Barney's just put what's he put? Higher to get to the curry night on the 10th of. Does he mean hard to get to the curry night on the 10th of November as the next day?
I would say hoping.
He's put dinner and dance must be the next day then.
It is.
Oh, is it?
It is. That's what's putting everyone off from coming to that curry night, but not that it bothers me.
So we might have to go to the one before that, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
So you've got one next month as well, I gather.
Yes, there's one. Yeah. Then there's the November one.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I'm going to have to try and get to one of them because I want to see you off as well before you go and meet you personally as well. It'd be cool.
Okay.
I've seen you many times at the track. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really good because I know there's loads of cool people there as well, and know quite a few of them, so that'd be good. It's better to get Andy Graham over there and people like that as well, and meet them as well, and that'd be good. Appreciate your time, Bruce. Absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for doing this. I know it's not easy to get on all these weird and wonderful mod cons, eh?
No, we had a bit of a run there.
Yeah, but we did it, and I think everyone's enjoyed it from what I've seen online, so that was really good.
Okay, mate.
I really appreciate your time, mate. I hope you're all good, and we'll keep in touch anyway. Cheers, Bruce. Legend. Thanks, mate. Bye.
All the best.
Thank you, mate.
Bye.
What a legend. Really cool. I did speak to Bruce a while back, so I sort of knew that's why we talked a little bit about the skin stuff before, because get the Kirby handshake, yeah. I have got big hands as well, so hopefully that'll put me in good stead, but I also have broke that in half before as well, so I'm not sure that'll help me too much when get the shake, eh? Have to hold on for dear life, or should I say? Oh, classic. No worries, my friend. Thank you very much for that tour around your thing. We'll have to sort out an interview, and then you can scoot us around your shop, stroke garage, stroke all the bikes. All that history you sent to me was really cool, and some of the guys you've had come through there and been pretty cool. That was a proper cool chat, that was. So thanks for that, Darren. I appreciate that. We managed to sort out, didn't we? It was a bit different. It was a little bit, I think that's the second one. I think Peter Collins, I could only get through his home phone. So we got him on, which I'm going to do another one with Peter Collins as well. Yeah. I got him through, I was already set up ready for it. I had a Bluetooth speaker here. So it was loud. But Bruce, when we saw down in the pub, I thought we're all good to go. And then he said to me, I'm going to be knackered when I go home, so I'm going to have to go on it myself. So he did well to get on it. We did take a bit of a risk coming off, but we did want to try and see him again in person afterwards, but it didn't come off. But at least we managed to finish out the night and we could still hear him all right. But we had a great time, didn't we? Thanks, Barney, for coming on again, my friend. It's always nice to see legends on as well as the fans as well. Cheers, Mick. Thank you, mate. Cheers, Jason. Thanks, Frank. So we've got you on from New Zealand as well. Beautiful. Thanks, everyone that come on. And like I said, this all gets recorded to my YouTube channel, so I'll post it up tomorrow. I'll put it in Cribb's story thing. Don't forget to go in there and see his details about his book, the Cribby storybook. I'll put my link in there and plenty of the Speedway groups, so you could share that post to get it out there to all the fans that haven't seen it live tonight, that they can always see it in their own time. It's always good to, do what I do. I lie in bed late at night and watch all sorts of things on YouTube and that, so maybe people can do that in their own time and stuff like that. Would be cool. There's so many on my YouTube channel. You should check it out. Bradley's been on tonight. He's on there. Got plenty of New Zealand boys on there. I was just trying to think. Yeah, he is New Zealand. I did when I first did my Skype ones, I did one with Motocross World Champion Shane King. That's on my that's recorded on my thing. It's under videos, because you've got all the ones that are under videos are all the ones I did like on Skype, when it was all the lockdown and all that sort of stuff. And then later on I did the live ones I do now, so all the fans can come on and ask questions themselves to their heroes and idols and stuff like that. It's really cool. Plus put the career picks on screen and all that sort of stuff's really cool to do. But yeah, so you can go on my YouTube channel, Motocross and Speedway Memory. I did just change it now to just a MX and Speedway Memory, because I thought it was a bit of a mouthful on it. So there, look, it's MX Speedway Memories. You can go on there on the YouTube channel. It looks like so. Hang on. How are we getting on here? I'm not getting on here very well, are we? What's going on? It's because I'm on the flipping thing, isn't it? Oh no, there we go. That's what it looks like. Anyway, look, Motocross and Speedway Memories, and you go on there, look, and you can see that I'm live on here now. And then you've got you click on the lives, and then you'll have all the lives. Goes on for ages, all the lives I've done in the last 2 or 3 years. And then you can go on videos, and then there's loads on there as well. So I've got loads that I've been speaking to, but just looking down here quickly for you guys from the Speedway fans, I've got on the videos on Skype. On the Skype ones, now this is 3 years ago now. That's bloody hell, that's how long I've been doing it now. Soon flies by. At the time, I did a Skype with Jason Crump, Alan Rossiter, Bruce Pennell, Lee Adams, Hans Nielsen, Gary Havelock, Scott Nichols, part 1 and part 2, Chris Harris, Martin Dugard, Martin Slaminski. That was all round his workshop. That was good fun. Todd Wiltshire. That was cool. And then live ones, we've done some amazing lives. First one was Andy Graham, Ronnie Corrie, Mark Laram, John Davis. That was mental. We're going to do a part 3 with John Davis very soon, so keep your ears out for that one. It'll be nuts. Paul Hurry, Simon Cross. Got to do another one with him because his internet wasn't great in the Chateau in France. Ollie Allen, Chris Morton, Hans Nielsen, Eric Gunderson, Perry Johnson, Ollie Olsen, Christmas special of John Davis, Steve Luxton, the Cobra, Neil Middleditch and Dennis Sagalos. That was fun. Bruce Pennell and Eric Gunderson together. That was great. Kenny Carter's brother, Alan Carter. That was a cool one. Chris Holder. That was good. Alf Busk was good. Paco Castagna. That's a really cool one. You should watch that because I surprised him with his motocross hero Stefan Everts as well, and he nearly had a heart attack. Lawrence Hare, that was a cool one. Greg Hancock was really good. I did one with Jeremy Doncaster and Chris Louis together. Joe Screen, that was great because I chased him for quite a while. Darcy Ward one was amazing. It was cool to meet him in person at Oxford a couple of weeks ago. It was good. Bradley Wilson Dean has been on tonight. American Luke Becker. Peter Carlson, that was cool. Ollie Olsen for the second time because the first time the internet went great, so he agreed to do another one. Sudden Sam Malenko, that was cool. Obviously, Mikael Max, that was good. Sean McConnell, Alan Graham, which was amazing to do. Such a tragedy what happened to him after. So I was really pleased we got that, and his family said that they've loved that they can go back and see that on there, which is really nice. Jan Anderson, Barney Kennett, you've seen on tonight, legend. Brian Carger, John Davis Part 2 was nuts as well, as you can imagine. Lance King with a special guest of Bruce Pennell coming on to surprise him. Calvin Tatum, Chris Morton, Gary Havelock, they were really cool. Yano Pedersen, Dougie Wire, that was cool. Nigel Crabtree, Sam Masters, Peter Collins, Jeremy Doncaster, Sean Tacey, Graham Jones, that was funny. Bruce Pennell was literally a couple of months ago, I did a live with him, was really cool. Alan Rossiter, Martin Dugard, Steve Schofield, and a cameo from Alan Rossiter at the end. Literally a month ago, I did Marvin Cox, that was a really cool one. And Neil Middleditch was really good as well. Then I did Rick Miller, that was really cool. And tonight, Bruce Cribb. There you go. That's where we are at the moment. Lots more to chase. Lots more to chase. So I'll keep you updated what I'm going to do motocross and spear wise. This weekend I'm at the British Motocross Grand Prix, last round of the World Championship, the MXGP. Going to be taking photos there. It's in Winchester, so it's not too bad. It's only an hour or so for me, so I'll go there on the Saturday and then the Sunday as well. So yeah, I'm sure you'll see some of that coming up. You'll probably see me doing some lives out there if you want to check out some of the action. I'll be doing some videos, probably grabbing plenty of legends there that I've done interviews with from the motocross world would be cool as well. So that should be an interesting weekend. So speak to you all soon. Good night and God bless. And thanks for coming on tonight. Much appreciated. Cheers.